hello, and welcome to Q&A Thursday. I'm your host, Dane Hennon. To my right, Levi Gates.
Hey, Dane. Lollapalooza going on right now at C's Candies.
Wow.
Head on over and pick some up for yourself. Enjoying the orange cream flavor. Tastes just like a creamsicle. Amazing.
They're not a sponsor, but that sounds delicious.
One of mine and one of Anthony's favorite suckers of all time.
Yeah.
Well, takes a sucker to know one. All right, on my left, I've got Anthony Fisher.
Thanks for having me, Dane. Glad to be here.
Yes, welcome to the show. And what have we got going on today? I know there's a lot. It looks very busy over across the street here where things are getting packed. They're doing their absolute best to get stuff out the door. It is crazy.
So I don't know whose idea it was to have 4th of July and Prime Days going on basically the same week.
That was kind of nuts.
Kind of screwed up with a lot of stuff. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you to all of you who put in your orders for 4th of July sale.
Yes.
Some of you are now receiving your 4th of July orders, so thank you for being so patient. We have started to catch up on the giant snowball rolling down a mountain that has just continued to grow and grow and grow.
Technically, yesterday, we actually hit a record of how many orders we shipped out, which was over 800 orders.
New record of the entire company.
So we've got through that backlog quite a bit, which is pretty crazy. But what's really nuts, though, is that on top of that, today we got more shipments in from PNS, more shipments in from Coach Chemi, more shipments in from Opticoat and everything else. So out front there, in front of our warehouse, it looks like they're building Waterworld, right?
Yeah, it does.
Like basically all they need to do is fill the parking lot filled with water, and it will fill like Waterworld, and you'll be like Kevin Costner out there, right? Just trying to stay afloat.
Gills optional.
Love the reference.
But it does look like a post-apocalyptic world with all the pallets and the boxes, and it just makes me want to climb up there and do some stunts.
There we go.
But I can't stress enough. Seriously, thank you to those guys. They're doing amazing work, and it's a big team. They're cranking them out, but at the same time, like, you guys showed up in force.
So, in appreciation for that, we have used your super chat money.
Yes.
That you guys so graciously donated.
Yep.
And we bought
some stuff.
$450 worth of ice cream.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Can you believe that, Levi?
For those guys over there.
Yes.
It's nuts.
Happens.
It's insane.
It's coming out Monday at 3 o'clock. Little ice cream carts getting delivered.
Yeah.
Full of all those delicious ice cream treats to give to each one of those members.
Wow.
So of the team. So we're very thankful that you guys did that because we want to be able to do something nice for the Packers who are literally busting their butts.
You guys make this show possible, and they make continuing to do this stuff possible. It's a whole symbiotic relationship. So once again, thank you to you, and thank you to them. And your guys' super chats got them a reward. So that's awesome.
So we'll have that on Monday. We'll take some pictures and stuff. So for Tuesday's podcast, you guys will get to see everybody getting their ice cream, enjoying their ice cream. So thank you again for the super chats. We really do appreciate it. And so also, thank you to everybody that bought on Amazon and bought products during Prime Day. Because again, right when we got that break, then our Amazon stock alarms were going off because people were buying stuff.
I know we weren't actually running deals on
That's
Prime
the crazy
Day.
thing. But we got a ton of people that were buying Prime Day sales special stuff then adding...
Because that's how Amazon works. You can literally buy a refrigerator and a milk cart on the same day.
That's true.
Pumping up, building. Because they were saving so much money because of the Prime Day deals, they were like, you know what? I can afford another $20-$40 worth of detailing products.
Sure.
Let's add that to the cart. So that number went down. So we had to take some of the Packers and move them over to Amazon Fulfillment to get stuff shipped to the warehouses of Amazon before everything ran out too quickly. So
true.
It's been a lot of juggling on our parts to get everybody there. So again, thank you guys for being so patient. We appreciate it. All right, Dane.
Yeah.
This is the last Q&A with you guys.
Last Q&A.
For 2 weeks.
We'll have a podcast. I mistakenly created a podcast episode thumbnail that just had you in it, and I called it Levi's episode.
Oh, but you're going to be here.
And then we were covered with the flag, and then I remembered, we'll still be here for that. So I'm just going to go ahead and fake everybody out. If you're watching right now, you paid attention, you get it. But when the episode comes up, we'll actually be there.
Yeah, you'll still be. Yeah, it'll be good.
But I'm going to keep the thumbnail just to screw with people.
But we are doing, it is going to be 2 Q&As, and a podcast solo.
Yeah.
Solo session.
Solo session.
Yeah.
Who knows? Maybe I call you boys in when you're just hanging out.
Yeah, probably won't want to do anything
probably be
like that.
asleep when you
probably
call.
going to be asleep. Yeah,
knowing
most
that.
likely.
What time is it over there? It's midnight. I'm going to bed. Hanging out with Darren, the hairy housewife. What are you guys doing?
Eating honey.
Well, actually,
Eating
right
some-
now it's
eating some
9 p.m.
honeycomb.
over in London. So,
Right, not too bad.
It's not too bad.
You guys probably just be hanging out.
I keep it
having
on the
fun.
front of my phone just so I always know.
Yeah. So, no, we're looking forward to that. It's going to be an awesome trip. And, we're going to hopefully meet up with a lot of TRC fans over there. And also just, the TRC family, extended family, right? John Hull over
love
there.
these guys.
We're going to be seeing
Jack
from Starnagloss and who else?
Hans,
Alan and
Graham.
Hans and Graham. And so many different people. It's going to be
Darren.
It's going to be amazing.
Yeah.
That'll be for next week. And I believe we'll be doing the podcast at the same time on Tuesday. I'm going to be here for that. I'm going to be taking Monday off to get some stuff done right before my big excursion, my big trip.
You have the weekend to do that.
Not enough time in the weekend, unfortunately.
But you're alone. Your wife and child are not there.
Yeah, I know. I'm catching up on 6 months of things that I've wanted to do that I haven't
Do you
had
have like
time
a
to do.
list that you're like checking off every day? Or?
Yep.
Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah,
and I'm going
right.
to start with probably the most important things: tightening up all the doorknobs in the house. Right. Just checking the torque spec on everything.
It's amazing how those doorknobs get so loose when you have a child.
They do. They just hang from them.
Yeah,
So,
it's odd.
Yeah,
And you go,
so-
why
He's
is
just
this so
doing
loose?
for door hardware what I do for light
yeah.
bulbs.
Pretty sure you got to change the
Yeah.
air filter in the house too, right? God knows how old that is.
I was just
right?
say, hold
Probably
up,
need
you
to do-
don't change that like every
Yeah,
3 or
Dane
4
has a guy
months?
come in and do that.
No,
It's a
actually,
service.
I
It's a
order them on
custom
Amazon
service.
in bulk and then I replace them.
He
but,
does it
yeah.
himself, surprisingly.
It's you literally walk up to it, tab, open it up, slide in.
We said the same things about the lawn. We said the same
Yeah,
things about
you
the
literally
pool.
just pull the
We
thing
said
and mow the
same
lawn.
Things about
There are some
You literally
things
fill it
that
up
you
and
just
dip a
can't
pH
trust
tester in to
others
see
do.
how it looks.
You have to do them yourself.
Anyway,
Also, a lot of pet hair, dander and all that.
what?
You have pet hair in your filter?
No, I'm just saying it circulates through the house, goes through the vents and stuff. So you got to make sure that you're always keeping that filter.
Sassy.
clean.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, you have floor mounted vents, right?
Oh yeah, there's lots of floor registers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You have floor registers. Okay.
I'm sorry, my
okay.
house was built in 1992. It's not
Okay.
fancy enough
Okay.
to have.
Well, what's nice about floor.
We don't have a 2018 model.
What's
Yeah.
nice about floor registers, you just go and sit on top of them, right? And it actually feels pretty
My
good.
dog does that. It's like his favorite thing to do is to go lay on one floor register on the tile. And
I'm sure after a while you start to notice.
Oh, you
Yeah.
can smell it.
So,
What a way to
Anyway.
start a Q&A. Okay.
well, jumping into this, we're going to answer some questions. Hopefully, you guys
Yes.
can bring the heat this time around, make us laugh at least one more time on a Q&A Thursday
Let's bring those
before
up.
we leave. So, we got Humberto, obviously, saying hello to the
Always.
TRC team, being first, being number one.
Yes.
And then we got Dan Pfeiffer with not
Saying
a word up from
hello.
Minneapolis.
He's
but
just saying hi to other people.
He's just saying hi. And we got Sheldon also popping in saying hi. And
Hey.
says, "What's up, TRC? Hope you guys are staying cool. It's a balmy 93 degrees, 72% humidity in the deep south of
Missouri, probably.
Missouri.
Yeah.
Absolute is coming in clutch, keeping my sunglasses clean at work. And
Nice.
smelling
Nice.
great as well, right? Keeping
Well,
those,
and then he says, and the scent of Absolute, reminding me of those cool beach vibes.
keeping those tropical
That's what
vibes
it's all
going.
about.
Good call.
And then we got Dino saying, hello, TRC. What's up, guys? And we
What's
got
up, Dino?
Glenn Dennis saying, good afternoon, everyone. And then Raphael Guzman popping in says, hey, guys, letting you know that I followed your tips on how to use 450 GSM towels in up with 90% humidity. I'm enjoying the hell out of my towels. This weekend, we'll try FTWs for the first time.
Nice.
Raphael, I can't wait to break your FTW cherry, right,
You're gonna
and show
enjoy
you
yeah.
the lighter side of detailing,
Yeah.
the denser side.
Kind of a weird way of
The
putting all
flop,
those words together.
the
Yeah.
floppier side of detailing,
Still not helping.
Yeah.
right? The
Just-
twisty
it's
side
a
of
lot.
detailing,
Not
right?
that much of a
That's
twisty.
The dense and thick.
So anyway, Dan Pfeiffer here saying, how long after coating with CSL XOV5 would you apply C2V3?
Well, you can do it right after.
Yeah,
Like realistically, I'd probably wait a little bit, let everything set up, but you can put it on about an hour after. But if it's just going to sit in the garage, like let's say this is a personal vehicle, Dan, you can wait.
Wait a couple weeks.
Unless you've got
Couple
like
weeks,
rain
a
in the
month.
forecast for like the next week solid, then that's when you put the C2V3 on just to help the coating protect it, give it a little protection while it's curing. So.
Easy peasy.
Joey Belinsky saying hello to these fine people.
Joey, you're skipping Jeff.
Jeff C.
I got
Oh, Jeff C.
right
Sorry.
here.
Jeff, hey, fellas. I'm going to try Diamond Quick Body as a temporary standalone before coating with Diamond 36 this fall. Should I avoid applying it to trim that I plan to restore a solution finish?
Yes.
Yes.
Avoid hitting the trim. And then Joey saying hi. Then we got David saying, what's up, guys? I finally got back to work. I finally get back to work next week. Very good.
Okay.
And then the one that shall remain nameless, who we're not sure if his name's Tyler or Jeff or Kevin or...
Say it's a K word.
It's gonna stay mysterious.
Good afternoon, everyone, and happy Friday Eve from Massachusetts.
What's up, man?
Hey, JB. The walks are looking good.
All right. Paying attention to Joey B's, situation.
David Cervantes saying, how quickly could you apply another short-term product over Diamond Body, such as Quick Body, as a bit of a double layer coating? I'd wait about an hour, David, but realistically, again, I don't really recommend putting anything on any of the Diamond Body products, Body or Body 36, until it's fully cured. It's fine. You don't need to worry about it. It's good to go right out of the gate after about 1 hour. Yeah. It's got a fairly quick curing time. It does still continue to cure over an hour over the next 3 to 4 weeks. However, the top layer cures the fastest on it, so it makes it easy to be able to send it to the next, like being able to go out in the elements and things like that.
Sure.
Nice. So. Then we've got the Meridian Marmot, right? Alive in this heat, which is actually pretty phenomenal. But that's the one thing about
probably in his burrow.
A yellow belly marmot, right, enjoys rock sitting, right? So what they do is they lay out on a rock, right, and they like to just absorb that heat, right, and they like that. It kind of gives them energy for the rest of their day.
That's not true.
That is true. It is true.
It's just science.
True. They go out there and they lay there.
In the shade
they absorb the heat to wake themselves up to give them enough vitamin D and energy.
I think he's confusing the marmot with reptiles.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Nope, they're literally like the same, right?
It's literally cold blood versus warm blood.
Dane, Meridian marmots are quite literally cold blood, hence why they climbed into my engine bay, right?
Well, it's because it was winter and it was cold.
Yeah,
it wasn't winter. It was actually very nice weather.
Open.
No,
it was like spring. It was a transition period, but it was still potentially cold outside. When he went,
he could have had a chill.
It was actually fall.
He could have had a fever of some sort. He had the chills.
We don't know his
situation.
situation.
Looking for some warmth.
You never thought to ask him before you chased him away.
I didn't chase him away. I doused him. I wet that marmot, right? And I watched this wet marmot run off from my property, and it was hilarious. Probably one of the funniest things I've seen because I go, he's soaked in O&R. That's hilarious.
He's fresh and clean.
He says,
he's clean.
If you're going to do a paint correction, do you bother trying to break down previously applied sealant / waxes, or do you wash with iron decon clay and get into it?
That's it.
So, yeah, I pretty much just iron decon clay and then start polishing.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it.
And you got to remember, you can also do a chemical decon with a APC, a degreaser. You can do a high pH soap. You can wash with that. You can mix Forst or Green Star in with your soaps, or you can go to Active Foam, Super Foam. You can wash with that to help break down any, and then you go into the actual iron decon and clay in the next step. So then you've got a good strip going on. You've made sure that you're able to remove all the ferrous materials and then all the extra embedded particulates. And then you're done. You rinse and you wipe it down with some alcohol and then you start polishing. You're good to go. Or a prep solve.
It's meant to be fun. Have fun with it. David says also, what do you guys do for humidity? I know it doesn't get bad over there, but the humidity hasn't gone below 60 in over a month. Oh, that
sounds
so. What we typically do is we'll a little bit of baby powder, right, and what else?
Gold Bond,
right? That's helpful.
Yeah, the Manscaped toner that you got me. I've been enjoying that as well. I was at the store the other day.
Yeah,
saw Gold Bond now has a stick, like a deodorant stick, but for down there.
Don't want to share.
I kind of like your Freudian slip though. It starts as Gold Bond, ends as a Gold Bog.
Yeah, it is a Gold Bond.
Yeah,
but it's like a chub rub stick. Very nice.
Okay.
Yeah, so your legs, if you get a little friction fighter.
Yeah. So you don't have to do any of the cupping that you normally have to do down there. Yeah.
That's how we deal with the humidity, David.
I don't know if you're talking about detailing, David, or if you're talking about just physically what we do with our bodies in humidity, but
that was an ample answer.
Literally.
Regardless.
To deal with humidity in the workspace that you're working in, Fans. Fans.
Yes.
Try and create a vortex of air either across or over, because that will help dry out that area if you have some airflow. If you're in a shop and you don't have an air conditioner, that's the best part about that is that you can create a number of fans to at least blow air over, and it will drop the humidity in that area because of the drying of that effect. Now, in the MOSHQ, which is a climate-controlled facility, top of the line, I have an option on my AC unit to dehumidify.
Well, and just by nature of AC, it usually does dehumidify.
It does do that. Mm-hmm. Yes.
This is why it turns on when you're running your window defroster.
By throwing a mister in front of it,
you
right?
You could throw a mister in front of it, or just wet the floor down.
I was going to say,
you'll get that humidity up so quick.
Yeah.
But that's the reason most detail shops do not use a swamp cooler, because of the fact that it increases the humidity and makes it so like waxes won't dry. You can't you can't clean windows. You can't do a lot of stuff.
Or if you're packing towel orders in the middle of a hot summer in a garage that has no other stuff, and you decide, hey, the swamp cooler from Home Depot, that seems like a good idea.
Nope, it's just gonna make it wet.
And then next thing you know, you're just a big soaking, bunch of clothes. It's not really a pleasant experience.
The only good ones are the military grade, large size swamp coolers that take up the entire door.
This was
the entire garage door. Those are the only ones that actually you feel, because they're pushing so much air.
This one was a width of half of this table, or actually 2/3 of this table. It was huge.
Yeah,
but we put it on a cart, and
you want the full $5,000 wall, that's the size of the entire garage.
Yeah.
Like if we got you one for your third bay door, it would be the entire size of the door.
Yeah,
you would plug it in, let it start going, and it would just be pushing so much air. Those are the only ones that actually work.
You also need to really work on your insulation game. To really get the most out of it.
Too true. Shine Your Light Detailing says, hello, guys.
Hey.
97 degrees. Oh, my gosh. With a 125-degree heat index in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Man, that's a scorcher. Detail warm. Morty saying getting his order today.
Congrats.
Nice.
And the Meridian Marmot says, what is your go-to general exterior dilution for power clean?
5-to-1.
It's pretty normal.
3-to-1. What do you want? How bad do you want it? Do you want it to degrease? Is it an engine block? Then you do it straight.
I'm anywhere from 5-to-1 to 10-to-1. Very rarely will I go down to 3-to-1. Very rarely.
I thought there were some instances where you even take it down to 10-to-1 or 20-to-1.
You can.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah. I mean, it's strong product out the box, so
but
if you dilute it that much, it can still work.
So if I'm doing tires, I'm having to scrub the crap out of them, and I'm pretty much going almost straight. But outside of that, just for general exterior, you can go anywhere from 5-to-1 to 10-to-1, and 10-to-1 probably the safest route.
Sure.
Hans Closen says, hello. Dream Trio. Thank you, Hans. So excited to see you next week. Dane's going to be giving you a big hug.
All around.
Yeah, we're all giving big hugs and then hopefully saying Abend to each other countless times.
And hopefully it'll be the afternoon, evening, so it'll work out perfectly.
Yes. I want Hans to appear just behind Dane and shock him.
In it. Well, he's already going to be wearing a trench coat.
Yeah, so he's going to be in his trench coat.
That is kind of his MO.
And I'm going to say, Dane, there's the man with the dragon tattoo, right? And then he's going to turn around. It's going to make Dane jump, right?
Yeah.
And
Abend.
All he'll say is Abend. Yeah, I like that.
Well, at least 3-4 times. Abend.
Yeah, it's repeated.
Then
it's
Dane
just
goes,
yikes.
Yeah.
I'm being pursued by a man who says Abend.
Eric. I don't even know how to say that last name.
Tumlinson
says, "What's up, TRC? I'm watching on my way home from San
the Deep
Diego,
South.
From the Deep South. So hopefully you did some a little bit of crawfishing down there. I know it's a little out of season, but it's never a bad time to do some fan boat sessions or anything like that down in San Diego. It's beautiful down there for fan boating.
Nice.
Nothing like drinking some sweet tea on the porch in the evening.
That's true, right?
Watching them lightning bugs come out.
Right?
That's what San Diego's known for.
Having a few lanterns, right? And then just listen to the sounds of the Everglades. Yeah. The crickets and the alligators and everything in between.
Wow.
All right.
It's like I'm there.
Kevin, whatever your name is, says, I'm just kidding. My Freedom mitt and sticker come tomorrow. I can add my mitt to the TRCMA tea towels that I haven't found a use for other than soaking up my tears when I see my credit card bill after a TRC
That's another
sale.
good reason for that teal towel.
Sorry.
And the original glove box towel. It's perfect for that.
Yeah.
Tom Chicago saying Happy Friday Eve, wonderful men from Boise. Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Tom.
Eric Beasley saying shout out to those warehouse folks. Thank you. Appreciate it. And then the K-Dog says shout out to Super Chats, shippers, and ice cream.
Agreed.
Love it. And then David Cervantes saying, what's your go-to way to get rid of grease from inside a wheel? My CV axle let go this week. Coated my barrel. Power clean or forced. Full strength. And then Han saying, just get brake cleaner too. Yeah, you could use that. Jeff C saying, might want to stock up on your Ultra Clay scrubbers while you can, people. Matt Mormon tried them while washing his new fancy Lancy. It sounds like he's going to be making a call to TRC. Anthony and I kind of cheered.
Yeah.
And then Anthony said, that's because I designed it. I designed that.
I don't know if I said that exactly.
You did. You
Anthony
said, I designed that.
Made sure that Matt understood that Anthony had a very strong hand in the development of that particular
You designed
product.
it.
No, I mean, I did. But, I mean, I just was excited that he liked it naturally without me having to say anything.
You didn't have to say anything.
We didn't even know how they got them. I'm guessing they ordered off of Amazon or something like that. And so...
Well, one of the things we did was we showed him at SEMA.
We did show him at SEMA.
But that was it.
And he goes,
But he
what is
didn't
this?
demo them or anything. He just showed him the actual form.
And he goes, I really like those nano skin,
and we
clay
said,
products. And I go, well, this is better, I think. And he goes, whatever. We'll
We're
see.
like, you're like
Typical
we're like
Matt
your
response.
friends. Like,
Yeah, we're like friends.
You wanna listen
like,
to
he
us?
Called me, been calling me like every day. And so
text, like,
last night, actually, he called me and we talked about it just for a minute. He goes, yeah, I'm probably going to stock these now from now on. I said, I hope you do. What else do we have here? We have Eric with another little quick question here.
Yeah.
He's asking, I'm shopping for a glass towel and a waterless wash towel. What do you guys recommend? Glass towel can be any one of the glass towels that you may want. The,
FTW is nice. If you go watch that video.
Yeah.
You can do traditional waffle if you want to do that. If you want to do a diamond glass weave, you could do a diamond glass.
You can do a pearl.
But for waterless wash,
You can want something a little more dense.
You want
something that can
something-
hold product.
yeah, it's a little more dense. I mean, you could also use an FTW technically. You can go with the higher pile. You can use the Eagle 500, the Eagle 350, the Eagle 600, the Everest 550, the Everest 800, the
Minx
Everest
Royale still kicking
1100. Minx Royale it's around, but we're not really. That's
I
not
know.
the best waterless wash towel.
I like them for.
Or those
a little behind the
you know
times.
what works great?
I still like
Those
them.
TRC Mateel towels or the wolf packs.
The wolf
The
pack's
wolf
amazing
packs
actually
work.
for water.
They're
That's
actually
actually,
great
that's
for
actually
that.
probably the best answer.
So-
Agreed. Kimberly MC says, greetings from the recovery couch. Whoopsie. Need all the
Oh, dear.
hashtag BDE how-to vids and bad jokes you can
Oh,
must
no.
for the next 3 weeks.
Sorry,
Oh,
you got
no,
her,
Kim.
Kimberly.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Hopefully we can bring that big detailing energy to you.
Yes.
Keep it going.
Glenn,
Wait a
producer
second.
Glenn, popping in saying, heads up, everyone. Someone brought in some very spicy jerky, and the lads weren't down to eat it live, but I'm sure some likes might convince them. 300 perhaps? Wink.
Glenn-
She's throwing down the gauntlet.
I saw what you guys did to Everett. That poor guy.
Yeah, he had all of his
No,
limbs.
it's his. It's his jerky.
It's his jerky?
He's the one that's been going
Oh,
around trying to get people to eat it.
All I know is he touched his eye and then he
No, that
was
was
gone
his own,
for like.
it's his own fault.
Wow.
It's his own fault. That's what
It
happens
was
when you
just
play
like
with fire.
the tears were flowing and
Yeah.
face was red
Uh-huh.
and just everybody like clamoring. It looked like a scene.
Yeah.
So
That's what he gets. So, and K-Dog saying, more ice
Hey!
cream for the shippers with a $2 super
thank
chat.
thank you, sir. Much appreciated.
Love to see it.
And we love to see it. Support.
Han
for
says
the crew.
bedtime at 10 p.m. Right. You guys will be at the casino. Who are you kidding?
That's true. Well, actually, no, last time, Hans, if I remember right, last year I was dead, man. Like when
You
we were
were.
on the casino night,
So-
I was so freaking tired.
Yeah.
I was,
Thursday night. You guys land on Thursday morning or Thursday afternoon. So you are going to be taking the train that afternoon straight to the hotel. So there is a good chance you might pass out when you get into your hotel room and not wake back up.
probably.
I'm
There's
gonna set a timer.
There's
though.
also one of our favorite shows that is going to be broadcast
yes.
on Thursday evening at about 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
I will be up for that.
So you, as long as you can remember that and set your
Levi,
alarm.
what's one of my favorite shows in the UK?
Wow.
I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head, but it's a
I
dating
mean, I
show.
watch ITV too.
I
for
know what
Love
it's
Island.
called, but you're
That's
not gonna
what I
say
watch
it?
for.
No, you can say it. I just don't remember what it's called.
It's called Naked Attraction.
Naked Attraction.
It's one of those shows where I watch it and it makes me want to crawl out of my skin, right?
It's so
uncomfortable. It's so cringy.
And it would never
But
air
we have
here.
nothing like that in the U.S.
It's the most insane thing to
never
watch.
Nor
air.
like could it air here, and so like when I watch it, I'm just like in tears, dying, laughing, going like I
It's
can't.
brutal.
Because you're trying to imagine that
brutal.
situation.
And they have to be, and they are naked on television,
Oh, boy.
fully naked.
Well, it's just that it's that really dry UK humor where I go, man, we don't have anything like this.
Wow.
This is hilarious, and
Oh, and they are describing people's bodies in the worst.
Yeah.
It's
Any tea for that biscuit? You're just like, okay, that's enough of that.
anyway.
Anyway.
Point
nor-
is,
so
you guys
normally-
are going to be enjoying a nice Thursday evening while I'm doing Q&A.
God.
You guys are going to be prepping and getting ready
well,
to
normally
watch
it's
Naked
it's
Attraction.
it's me in my bed, Levi in his bed, and then Dane sitting crisscross applesauce on the floor, right?
or in a
Kinda
chair.
rocking back and forth, laughing, and I'm like, this is great. You know,
Yeah.
it's wholesome fun.
It's a sleepover.
It's a
Yeah.
sleepover.
Yep.
Gosh.
It's just
Anyways,
middle school vibes.
Spencer Mation says, "Hey Anthony, about to start on that Alfa Romeo.
Nice.
Should show Levi photos of that. Would love to see his reaction."
Nice.
So Spencer emailed me some photos of this Alfa that had some pretty bad hard water spots, like really, really bad. And I didn't see his reply, but I asked if it was like permanently on there. Like, are they wiping off? Or are they baked in? But it looked pretty horrible.
Wow.
Beautiful color, just
Julia
unideal.
Stelvio 4C
I don't know.
8C
It was that clover.
156.
It was like that clover green color, whatever you call that.
Oh, that's a gorgeous color on the
gorgeous
newer.
color, yeah.
No, the newer Alphas in that green look insane.
Looks very pretty.
Yeah.
My guy Kirby says afternoon TRC crew and fans,
Yeah.
101 degrees in Houston area, so
Oh,
inside is good.
Yeah. Just
But-
stay where it's cool, buddy.
Yeah. Funny enough, my family, like I said, my wife and my daughter on a trip to Colombia right now. And yesterday their flight got delayed. And so they had to land in Dallas, Texas last night and stay the night to fly out today. And they said it's insanely hot. Like it's scorching. Like don't want to go outside hot.
Yeah, and now they're going farther south.
Yeah. Let's keep
I actually
going
think
towards the
It's
equator.
going to be
Actually think
more
it'll
warm.
I think it'll be nicer down there, maybe,
Well,
perhaps.
apparently the Earth has been setting new records for global temperature the last.
Dane, you're
few
saying like
weeks.
it's like global warming's a thing.
Yeah, I'm just saying climate change is affecting. people.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jeff
Jeff
C.
C.
saying,
Getting hot,
I am
dude.
so behind on the house and garage projects since my son was born. The struggle is real.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's amazing how fast that goes.
And you just say, "Oh, I got to do that," and then the next week you go, "Oh, I got to do that," and,
So,
and I got to do that, and then you just keep doing that every week for like a
So
year.
I'm 11 years into the future of you.
Yeah.
Still saying that.
Really? Yeah.
I've had a shower down in our house,
yeah.
a bathroom shower. It's been down for 2 months. I haven't fixed it yet because I don't want to climb under the house.
Well, and in your shed, you haven't finished that.
I haven't finished the shed since
then you
I did
still
the
have to-
Is there
update.
still a rod sticking out of the-
and then you still have to do a dump run.
No, I finished the dump. I got the dump run.
Oh, good.
signed off.
Okay, you got the dump run, but now you have to do something.
I have to do a metal run next.
You have to do a metal
You're gonna
run,
use Red Truck for that,
right?
No, I got
Green bean?
I got green bean.
And you got to get the back patio resituated again,
Still have to
right?
do
With
that.
a new gazebo, perhaps.
Something.
I think you
Someday.
should bring back Dothraki Pleasure Tent version 2.0, right?
It did cut down,
The
but it
winds
did provide
are
a lot of
gonna-
shade, and I tried to bolt it into the ground. The problem was because it was bolted, it could not take off.
Yeah.
So the wind just pushed it down with its fist.
I know.
Just
I
down.
think what you need to incorporate is more chains and leather into version 2.0.
Why?
Why?
That gets hot. Like I got a fire pit and stuff in the middle. Like
do have the fire pit, yeah.
The chains are for show. Anyway, okay.
chains can be tethers
Yeah.
to hold things down.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
I'm saying these ones are.
Kimberly
more
MC says,
visual
wow,
aid.
there's a reason you can't work while on prescripts. I'll just listen. Kimberly, just enjoy. Let our soothing
Yeah.
voices just kind of rock you to sleep there in that nice cocoon of feel good. Graham Marshall says, good evening, lads. 10 days and counting. I know, Graham. Again, do not bring us a full case of
We
Iron
can't
Brew.
have all- you know what
We-
though? Has Jimmy sampled it
No,
before?
but Jimmy's just not that much of a soda
Jimmy's
drinker.
not. Jimmy
He's
can't.
not.
Jimmy can't drink soda like I can.
Like
Nobody can
Levi
drink soda
literally-
like you
Levi,
can.
Levi was walking around with 2 cans of Iron Brew in his back pocket,
Just on the regular, on a
ready to-
rotation.
ready to crack open a new one.
I drink sodas like I used to smoke cigarettes.
He looks like that cousin at a 4th of July special.
He was
you know?
doing this where he was walking around
Yeah.
with like 2, and And he's like, hey, what's going on, guys? Yeah,
Yeah.
just knocking down a couple of these and not a big deal.
Yeah, Alan literally said, I've never seen anyone outside of Scotland drink as much Iron Brew as you did. And I said,
It's not the Iron Brew. It's just whatever
it's a
in your...
sugar-free soda. I'm going to drink it all.
It's funny because
Unless you get the full sugar version, in which case all your teeth fall out immediately.
Well, Levi knows when I go to bed at night, I have to have a bottle of water next
And
to
an
me.
Iron Brew.
But when it was in the UK, it was a bottle of Iron Brew. So like waking up in the middle of the night, like, Iron Brew.
I got a scratchy throat. Let me fix that with
back, back to sleep. Jeff C says, hey, Kimberly MC, what did you do? Feel better? And then we have Super Auto 2K. Shout out for climate-controlled dog parts. Am I right? Keep them nice and cool. The first wash after coating is magical, says Dan Pfeiffer. Not quite Dane massage chair magical, but magical in its own way. Agreed. It's always that first wash that you go, I didn't have to do anything, basically.
Beautiful.
Aaron G 311 says, hey guys, so I did an O&R wash and applied Bead Maker to my back window. After drying it off, it left a streaky haze on the glass. Look, I applied Rain-X and forgot to wipe it. Any ideas? You may have just
Apply it again and wipe it off.
O&R is totally fine if you just go back over it with more O&R and wipe.
Well,
no,
the Bead Maker.
It'll do the
sorry,
same
Bead
thing.
Maker.
You can wipe
Okay,
Bead
no,
Maker
yeah.
again and wipe it off.
Yeah, just spray a little bit more product on there and clean it off. I think it'll be fine.
It's a little cannibalistic.
I wouldn't say anything happened. I would say just maybe just a bad wipe. Yeah. Alex Stewart says, happy Thursday, Friday, Eve Towel family. Mm-hmm. Mike Reyes said, can we get a blanket-sized or bath-sized dryer wool? Oh my gosh.
Nice.
Yeah.
Dane has a couple of them that he uses currently.
That was a different material. That was the Eagle material.
He will sell you those ones, but they are used.
They're very used.
Almost over a decade old.
They are a decade old at this point.
Still using them. Still in daily rotation.
Yep.
Yes.
Martin Rodriguez asking, had Adam's polishes fallen behind? On what?
It looks like he has more to his comment, but it's not there. Okay. Sorry, you'll have to.
David Cervantes says, is the wait time to clean a freshly coated vehicle still 1 week, even if it is not, if it has been extremely hot and humid? Yeah, I would still wait. I'd still wait at least a week. At least a week.
Yeah, there's just no reason to. We're finding that with more and more testing that we do around here, the longer the car goes until it gets its first wash, it seems like it's better for the coating.
Yeah.
Especially we're seeing that a lot with Diamond Protect stuff, especially Diamond Body.
But I look at it like a kid with a new toy, right? You get your car done, you just want to watch it, you want to see, so you're like, I gotta wash it. You know, it's like when you were a little kid and you get that toy and you play with it a little bit that night, and then the next day, you woke up and you felt like, I can't wait to do it. Dane, did you feel that way when you got your lawnmower?
Sure, yeah.
And you mowed the lawn for the first time, and then the next morning you woke up and said, I want to mow the lawn again.
And I looked, I would have to put on the lowest setting to do that, and then I would have no grass left.
Because I know Anthony and I both felt that way when we purchased our lawnmowers the first day.
Oh, it's for real. But
felt like I need to mow a second lawn somewhere.
But somebody with detail brain, they can't help themselves. Right. It's that part that's just like, I just got to wash it. I can't look at it anymore.
Coated my lawnmower in CSU, right? You know, got the nicest coating of pretty much anything I have on any
of
my
stuff. Don't want that grass sticking to it the way it sticks to your shoes.
Lawnmower, and yeah, man, that thing still looks absolutely mint, right?
Yeah, mine is not looking as mint. We tried to have Augie learn how to mow.
Yeah.
Carly goes, your self-propelled lawnmower isn't self-propelled. And I go, it is, but a wheel's broken. So it's a one-wheeled self-propelled unit. She goes, can you fix all that? Can you get new parts for that?
And I go, donuts.
I go, a lot of that stuff is obsolete now because it's over 10 years old. I literally think it is 11 years old. So I'm going to have to bite the bullet and get a new lawnmower or fix up mine. Because it is a Honda. It runs forever.
Sure.
I'm thinking about either modding my lawnmower, right? Or doing a tune-up on it soon. New blades, new oil.
That's what I'm thinking too.
And I'm thinking about adding a cup holder to it.
Ooh, I like that.
Right? Doing like a little cup holder mount, right? Something where I can put my drinks and enjoy that. But yeah, we'll see what happens. Looks like David says, is the wait time? Yep. Okay, we still got that. And then Darren, the hairy horsewife, chiming in and says, hello, my guys. Sorry, I've been missing a few weeks. Lots of issues, but I'm back on track. Looking forward to next week.
We're looking forward to seeing you too, buddy.
Darren, I'm looking forward to biting into one of those combs. Please tell me there's some in stock there.
And I can't wait to receive mine in about 2 weeks.
If it makes
when
it back.
they bring it back, and Anthony hasn't eaten it yet.
If it makes it back in shipping, I don't know.
If customs doesn't stop
nice,
you.
fresh honey.
Just put it in some socks.
Yeah.
Ew.
I want some of that royal jelly is what I want.
Why is this sock oozing?
Mazel the gazelle.
Yeah.
Oh
Nice.
my God. That's
There he
serious.
is.
How do you keep organized while detailing on Viper Energy? I'm all hyped up, and I think I've watched the same wheel 3 times. Next scratch. Tony, we haven't received our Viper Energy cans yet. I know that there is supposed to be a media box coming out from Mr. Viper Energy himself. Yet to receive that. My only recollection of Viper Energy was what I experienced at TR SEMA. Let me say, that was pretty crazy. So I'm really excited to get these cans in.
You know what's great? The cool, refreshing taste of Mountain Dew energy in
Oh,
the new Baja Blast flavor, thanks to our friends at Pepsi.
Yeah.
Enjoy.
Levi, I
Enjoying
must
the
say
crisp,
that
cool-
the sparkling ice plus caffeine is just a great, clean way to keep me going
sounds
throughout
nice,
the day.
too.
80 milligrams of caffeine, nothing crazy, right? Just
And
enough to keep
vitamins
me
and
going.
antioxidants.
Exactly. And it's mostly water, which is really nice.
That's
but,
smart
I mean, as
move.
far as Viper Energy goes, we had a can somewhere back there. But anyways.
It's still back there. It's next to the
Hopefully
clock.
that box will get in soon. We'll be able to give you an unboxing and, of course, a taste test here live on
go.
camera.
Yeah.
Martin Rodriguez, Levi.
Now, this is amusing because there's a few takes on this.
Has
but-
Adams Polishes fallen behind the latest car detailing train? Why does OG seem to talk bad about Adams? So, OG does not talk bad about Adams. OG just tells the truth. And we're talking about Matt Mormon. Matt just tells you how he feels in that moment. People think when he says something that it's the be-all, end-all of how he feels. He's literally being as truthful and honest as he can in that moment.
Never
about
met
what-
somebody with a
keep-
stronger gut response
Well,
to
keep in
virtually
mind, it's-
everything.
yeah.
That's just how he is.
It's his opinion as well, though. You
Yeah,
know what I'm
it
saying?
is,
It's not.
But the whole fact that
But-
it's his
Be-all.
opinion, because we've had things that we thought were great, then you put it in front of him and he doesn't like it, but he has a very different position on it because he wouldn't use it the way we would use it.
Right.
We've had products
So,
like that before.
point is, he's not talking bad about Adams. He has a great relationship with Adams. The biggest thing is just that's how it is. Now, as to falling behind the latest car detailing train, I don't know what you're talking about. They're always continually coming out with new products.
More than most brands.
More
I
than
would
most
say.
brands. So, not sure, Martin. Maybe give us a specific
Yeah, like a specific would help.
idea as to what you mean. So
I will
Yeah.
say, though, right, just to give Adams Polishes a compliment, we got a return of some waterless wash sent back to us for some reason. I don't know why we got waterless wash sent back to us from Adams Polishes, right? They dropped it off at my desk and said, Anthony, do you want this? And I go, probably. Let's check it out, right? Open up the box. I see this beautiful purple bottle in there. And I'm like, oh, this looks kind of cool. Like the cool color, right? And I remember using this waterless wash probably 4 or 5 years ago when it was like a light blue in color. Had a really good scent back then. I go, let me have a scent of this. Take a whiff, right? And this is like a sour citrus scent, right? Is what they called it. It's good, man. I like it. Using it, it's just it's your normal, just kind of standard waterless wash experience. But I will say, from a scent perspective, I really did enjoy
They
that.
always took their scents pretty seriously.
Because of what I just said, I think I just helped sell a couple bottles
Probably.
of Adams waterless
next
wash.
time he stops by, we'll say thanks.
Yeah.
It's the least you could do. He bought us pizza a couple times.
Yeah, no, but this was a return
got
that
us
somebody
some
sent back to us
meatballs.
on Amazon. Somebody sent us the
People
wrong
do
bottle
that
back.
sometimes.
I know. I'm
Yeah.
just saying our
So you may
relationship
say,
with Adams, he just shows
I'll
up.
just tell Adam,
randomly.
thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, just be
Just
like,
say, hey, Adam,
good
thank
job,
you.
high
Uncle
five.
Adam, thank you. And then that's it. And he goes, you're welcome, Anthony.
Yeah.
But he'd
I
also
go-
be confused because he's like, I don't know where this is coming
Right.
from.
I go, love the one new waterless wash scent. He goes, yeah, I love that blueberry scent. I go, it's not blueberry, it's sour citrus, says it on the website. He goes, yep, exactly. Eric Beasley says, shout out to arguments about magnets.
Marmots.
Oh, about
Marmots.
That's,
What a conversation.
oh, yeah, first from Puerto Rico saying hi to so many different
Oh,
people
my
here in the
goodness,
chat.
it's just a
insane.
list.
And
But then we do have
Hans
Super
waving-
Auto.
Waving a pink hand.
Look at Super Auto rocking the new TRC
Oh,
Eagle.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
He does.
Pretty
Look
great.
at that. That's
Nice.
good.
Trunk organizer
That's
items
it.
for trips, rinseless plus Witch TRC towels, FTW, Wolfpack, Eagle, Creature, and others. And Anthony, what all do you use the Platinum Pluffle floor for?
Trunk organizer for instance, which TRC towels? So if I were to have towels on my in hand for a rinseless, if you're not going to go the mitt route, right? It's totally fine. Maybe I'd have some Eagle 350s on hand for rinseless.
Or Wolfpacks?
Or wolf packs, and then I would probably have just a couple drying towels in there. Probably have like a 16 by 24 liquidator. Have a couple FTWs for spot cleaning, window glass, and all that, windows and glass. And then what do I use the Platinum Pluffle for? So I use the Pluffle specifically in my lineup at home for drying my Evo. That's it. That's I have, I think 3 or 4 20 by 40 Platinum Pluffles. Those are the drying towel for that vehicle because it's coated in OptiCoat Pro Plus. It has a great feel with that particular coating. It's really easy to dry. And I've never used a sealant with those towels. I've always just used like a quick detailer as a drying aid. So those towels have never gotten sealed up. So they've lasted me for years and years. And at this point, there's no linting that happens. There's no streaking that happens, and they just work well. So outside of that, though, I might have a couple 16 by 16s that I use on other vehicles for quick waterless washes or spot cleaning. Going back to our waterless wash talk earlier about a good towel, the Platinum Pluffle and the 16 by 16 is actually really good for that as well. So, yeah, I mean, we're not saying that the Platinum Pluffle is not a popular towel. It is a very popular towel, but when people experience a twist loop for the first time, they completely forget that
It's hard to
the
turn
Platinum
back
Pluffle
after
existed. Yeah.
The Pluffle is a niche towel for sure, and it's for somebody who's paranoid about the finish on their car more than anything else. That's when we turn and go, well, the Pluffle might be the right fit for you.
And I can verify that the Platinum Pluffle, arguably probably one of the safest towels that we have.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen a mar, a scratch, anything produced from a Platinum Pluffle in the drying process. Daytona Wallace says, any suggestions on taking rattle can clear coat off of a leather seat? My friends come to me with the weirdest car problems.
Sounds like something Anthony would talk to somebody
one
about.
thing you could do is
Lacquer thinner.
lacquer thinner.
There it is.
No, what I would recommend is start lightest first. Leather cleaner, strong leather cleaner, or even Express. And if you have the Color Lock scrub brush, scrub and clean that. There's a good chance that a lot of that could come off just by cleaning and scrubbing.
Are we talking like
It's
it was
spray
painted?
Spray painted clear on the leather.
What do you mean spray painted clear?
Like they took a rattle can of clear coat and sprayed the leather. That's what he's saying. So to remove that,
just start new.
Just-
Get a new seat. Go down to the junkyard.
that's one option, Daytona.
Because you wouldn't do
Here's
that
the
to any
other.
new seat.
Right.
Go down to the junkyard and get yourself a new one.
But that's
Or
what he's
you
saying.
use one.
So first things first, just clean it. Try and clean it. Try and scrub it. See if that helps. If that doesn't help, then the next step is to move to a solvent. Now, Color Lock makes a degreaser, makes a actual solvent, and has a denim stain remover. All of those have the capacity to probably pull that. If you don't have that, then I would move into something like Shara from Stiarna Gloss and wipe down the seat with that and see if it's picking up and pulling or removing any of that colorant. A little goes a long ways. Do not spray it on the seat. Spray it on the towel. Wipe it with the towel. Short of that, I would reach out to Lars at Color Lock, or Brian, and send a message to colorlock.com or on the U.S. site and just ask. And I'm sure Brian will have a tip or trick or something that can help you with that, man. Or the other thing is tell your friend, hey, I can't get it, but I got something on order that I bought, so we'll make a schedule and have you come back in with it.
Yeah.
So
Seems
Anthony's going to try
reasonable.
and freeze us out here.
Oh, au contraire. No, he's helping. As a resident big guy who gets hot before everybody else, that is a blessing.
Dino saying, do you guys have any tips on which type of car cover will protect your car from hail? Pretty much not any of them.
I was going to say a carport. A carport will protect.
with a
That's
hard
technically
roof.
a car cover.
That's about all you can do, Dino. Even if you, put a car cover on and it has a small piece of foam or something as an underlayment, there's still a chance because you don't know the velocity.
Impact, but it will not remove.
Yeah,
all the
and let's say
impact.
it's on like you're like on the picture of an Audi. Those are aluminum, and so they dent very, very easily, and it's very soft. So it's going to have a hard time protecting against that unless it's just a standard carport.
Yeah.
So Anthony says to build a third garage to put that car in.
Also an option.
That's another way. Yeah.
Hire Grant's family to help you with that.
Dane used to run and pull his car in to the studio when it would start hailing.
Yep.
Because he was that worried about it. And then the funniest thing was as he was pulling it in, John would walk in and tell him to pull it back out and stop being such a wussy.
Yeah.
Which is funny because that's the one thing I get paranoid about with the car stuff. Whereas you guys are just like, Dane, you have like a little nick here, or you have like a little, a hologram or whatever stuff. I'm like, yeah, it's fine. You can deal with it. Starts hailing. No.
Yeah.
Hail repairs are terrible.
So here's the fun fact. We don't get a lot of hail damage in Idaho.
We really don't.
Because we don't get that big, huge hail.
So when it happens, it freaks me out.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like it hail, but in Idaho, we don't ever have big enough pieces of hail to cause hail damage.
Not on the regular, but there have been instances
where if we were in another state.
I'm talking golf balls here.
Then yes. Yeah. But we've never had golf balls.
We have.
My brother said
it's not common
in Nebraska because he's living in Omaha.
Lived here for over
right
853 years.
You might have missed that.
Never had that. Anyway, in Omaha they're having that, right?
My brother, over this last few months, he because he lives in Omaha, and he said his car got hail damage, and I was like, oh dang. He goes, but it's like every car has hail damage.
Every car does.
Not
it just
like
blends in.
He was like, it's not just like
it's so common.
Yeah, he's like, it's not like he's like, I was dang, my little Fiesta got hail damage. Then you just look around and every single car there is pelted on the entire roof and hood and everything. And
we're here. We don't have any of that. That's what's so beautiful about Boise, Idaho. You can leave your car sitting right out in the middle of a hailstorm. No issues.
We just get dirty rain usually. That's our common thing.
Dirty rain that will stain paint. Dino says, third day in a row, we have hail. Oh, nice. Yeah. And then Harry Horsewife saying... something, and then
Pink
Superauto says shout out to Gold Bond. It's like swiping a giant peppermint stick across the fun bridge. That is great. That is
awesome.
a great analogy.
I love it. It was very visual. That nailed it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's like I'm playing Candyland.
It's like
again.
You guys are gonna have to get some of those before your trip.
Missed that game. I haven't played it forever.
Favorite image is listening to Jimmy explain that Dane was rattle canning his pants with his Gold Bond spray.
You can't fault it if it works.
Shake it up a couple more.
Let's
That's
see
the best
rest
paint
of the
job
day.
I've ever seen Dane do.
Left me feel the rest of the day feeling fresh.
Yeah,
that was great.
Yeah,
awesome.
Very nice.
Cooling immediately.
Fresh.
It was like it's like the pants were in the fridge.
Yeah,
glorious. Hey, there's an idea.
Made him cough.
Sam Taylor saying, "What's up, guys? Happy Friday Eve, and I'm glad to be here. Help me get through this last maintenance detail for today." Do you remember the first time when we went to SEMA and we made it to the store that first day, and that was the very first thing we all bought was our own cans of Gold Bond and powder. And Jeff was looking at us like we were crazy.
No, do you remember what?
There's a point.
But you don't remember what Dane bought, do you?
Dane bought the Night Moves version.
No,
the fancy version.
Dane bought Dr. Scholl's. He bought the orthopedic.
He bought some orthopedic
insoles, baby.
Shoes.
Yeah. We're at Albertsons, and
right.
Jeff's like, just throw them in the cart, and we get to the checkout, and he rings him. It was $50, and Jeff was,
Brooks didn't know us yet, so I had to do something with the shoes I had.
Dane goes like, "What do you want me to do about it?" And he goes, "Fine." He's like, "Geez, does anybody else need them?" I'm like, "Oh no, I'm probably okay. I'm young." Yeah. I'll be wearing
look at me like I'm a
Vans.
psycho, but the point is, like, that helped.
Yeah, but it was the one thing that we all got. John, you, me.
Unsaid
But we
thing.
all got it. And I remember because Jeff was so confused by all the Gold Bond going through. And he's like, "Why are you guys getting all that?"
You get a lot of chafing?
And then he starts commenting on Dane's Dr. Scholl's. And then the next day he goes, "Whew, I had to call Carolyn and tell her to pack some Gold Bond.
Yeah.
I see why you guys bought it." So...
Yeah.
Good times.
It's true. It's is the paste.
The unsung hero of SEMA.
Here we go. So first from Puerto Rico says Dino, for hail better to put the vehicle in the garage or under a hard shed to cover it, since hail comes in different sizes and hitting the vehicle is disastrous. I agree.
Yeah.
Alex says use code Levi15 for the sensitive skin, inner thigh, and taint moisturizer deodorant.
So thoughtful.
Yep, very, very true. Carson, Dino saying, and now my garage is being taken up by a Renault Espace with the whole underbody taken off.
Ooh.
Nice.
Wow, okay. It's a
Carson
van.
saying, hey fam, Super Auto agreeing with somebody, saying hello.
Hey.
Hans says, better bring some extra shirts because I will buy them off your back.
Oh my gosh. He really wants those work shirts still.
Yeah. Dino saying the worst part is when I'm working company parking has nothing, not even trees to slow down the hail bit. Oh, I'm sorry, man. Super Auto 2K goes #butt mint.
Okay.
And then Harry Housewife says, honey at the ready, custom Harry House t-shirt, each at the ready for the guys. Excited for next week. Dane's seen the design for Levi's, and I was impressed with myself.
Good job.
Nice.
Thanks, man.
All right. Got
For
that.
real instructions say from DS, the for real instructions say to lightly spray the carpet to reduce static and friction. What do y'all use as a spray? You can put O&R in a spray bottle. You can use paint gloss. You can use anything realistically that is like a quick detailer. Heck, you can even use Express. Just give it a light mist and run it. I find that I don't always need it, but sometimes I do. And sometimes
it does
just
help
makes
with
it,
the friction. Yeah.
It makes it work a little better, and it's not sticking to it as you're trying to
Oh,
draw.
you're pulling up the hair.
I liked
not
paint gloss. I think paint gloss had
stuck.
a really good
It's got a nice
feel.
scent, too.
It's got a nice scent to it, so I like that. Joey Belinsky says the Bayou of Sacramento will be 112 this Sunday. Gonna stand behind those fan boats for efficient cooling.
Ooh.
So did you guys like the video I sent you in Facebook of the guy who I thought I sent another one of the automatic attachment that you could put onto a like Delta boat or like the inflatable rafts.
Okay.
So we could get an inflatable raft like you float the Boise River with.
Okay.
And it has an attachment that mounts to the back.
Ooh.
And it's a full fan boat motor.
Oh, heck yeah.
Oh, wow. That's
And
awesome.
it showed a dude using it as a hovercraft for snow.
Yeah.
But he was in a Delta boat, just cruising along, sitting on this big inflatable boat with the fan on the back, going through the snow.
That
I want
sounds
like one
an
of the
awesome
large
time.
fans. You know, like one of the ones.
Oh,
that's
it
like
was. It was
a
massive.
Like a meat
It looked
grinder
like it was
style
gonna
fan.
take off. Like it was gonna just take off because it
Sheesh.
was so big for that boat. But the guy's like, you can put it on this, and you can put it on just a sled,
Wow.
plastic sled.
I just want to make sure that
That
it's
was
strong
crazy.
enough to get us through lily pads and all sorts of other things that we would
I'm just
probably
thinking-
run into.
Yeah.
Cat's tails on the bayou. Yeah.
I'm just thinking of like even the Boise River. You know, it's floating season.
Yeah.
It'd be nice to have a little bit of extra power.
yeah.
You know,
Well,
cruise through some of that stuff.
whatever we get, we should coat the underside of it to also reduce
Going
friction.
upstream.
I mean,
Yeah, the fire department does it all the
We're
time.
going
Yeah.
upstream. People are just like, "What are you doing?"
out of the way!
No, but did you see the video of the guy that is literally driving his fan boat with his shirt off and his goggles on and his big beard?
That was
That's
a
why I
good
said, Dane, this could be you very
We
easily.
need to have a Rag Company podcast special where it's like
Just Hagrid
where it's-
of the
it's the
Havasu.
boys float the Boise River, right? And it's just all of us in our preparations. It's me and Levi on like the main structure. Dane is
With
behind on the
with, like,
tube.
2, 3.
Yeah, and then Dane is behind on the tube, just
Suits
kind of,
on.
just kind of spinning, right,
Vibing.
with an
I'm
ice
good.
chest that he'll
Yeah.
lose halfway down the
No,
river.
No, I'm like actively trying to dig into it to get something while also.
But we'll
Cameras
podcast
mounted.
from it, so he'll have his mic up to him, you know, while he's talking, getting waterboarded back there. And me and Levi are just loving life, staying perfectly
Man.
dry.
Yep. Just
With no
maybe
liquid.
a foot over.
It's great.
You know, just
Yeah.
just dip the toes a bit.
Yep.
Don't want to fall in.
No.
Nope. No, we'll
It's-
drown.
It's
Yeah.
like 4 feet deep
Yeah.
in places.
Pretty nuts over there. But maybe I'll
keep
do
your head
some
above water.
fishing. But that would be a hilarious TRC podcast
Enjoy that.
little thing.
Yeah.
Alex Dewar says, "Oh my gosh, super chat.
Whoa! $6.99 Canadian.
$6.99. That's like $100 American.
That exchange rate
Let's
is
accrue
favorable.
enough super chat money to have enough capital to reinstate Choco Tacos. Hashtag Treasure Valley Guilty Pleasures.
This guy.
So I walked to the Jacksons the other day with the kids, and I took a peek in the novelties drawer,
and
there were no Choco Tacos.
No.
Really? So are they really gone?
They are really gone.
No.
So there was a resurgence?
I thought there was a resurgence.
No,
that
they got
happened.
And
they
then
got
it was
purchased
fake.
to do that, but then they're going to hold them again. They want to build tension. It's called drama.
I told you guys the story of the Twinkies, right? I remember I told you how I got the free Twinkie shirt, right?
Yeah, I remember that.
It's worth like $100. I still have it in my drawer, right? The greatest comeback ever, right? Was pretty pumped on that. So I'm thinking this is going to be the same things with the Choco Taco. It's going to say the greatest taco ever. How about we taco about it, right? Something like that.
Yeah.
Are you talking about it, right?
Yeah.
Something like that. Choco Taco on the back, like melted, like kind of just like dripping. Because that's when they're good. You don't want them when they're just ice cold because the shell
It's
is too.
sad to know that this is the first summer sans Choco Tacos because you and I both.
Yeah.
That is our delicious summertime treat that
It
we
is.
enjoy in a
It's-
relaxing situation
Well,
where we
can never just
kick
eat one.
back and just eat a delicious Choco Taco.
Mm-hmm.
This is the
I
first
agree.
summer we haven't been able to do that. So I hope on your travels overseas that perhaps you come across some.
I'd
You
be
can
down to
buy.
dive into another chocolate taco.
Yeah.
Jeter says, after using the
no.
massage chair vortex setting, Dane can't walk or use the bathroom for 4 hours.
I swear
Dane
to
brings
G.
Dane brings a. We're like no. Instead of an inner tube,
Vortex.
Dane brings a boat with
They
the
just
massage
replaced
chair on
the
it
bottom
and
seat
an umbrella.
cushion with the actual fan
Yeah.
from a fan boat.
Well,
spacing
no,
upward.
this is no different than our
Whoa.
fan boat bidet, right? Our
You
river boat
ever
bidet.
gone to one of those skydiving indoor chambers, kind of thing? It's just you sitting on that.
Yeah, I can see that. But then Dane occasionally with a wet water bottle just spraying down below
I just
him.
have a hose that goes underneath the fan, and then it disperses and sprays up everywhere. Just don't look at the ceiling.
Bearded Hunter saying,
so excited.
afternoon, my fine-looking fellows, what kind of product would you use to protect a brand new Ford Bronco black plastic top? So those black plastic tops, I can't say yes or no as to whether or not they are actually have a clear coat on them, but
Rag top?
the plastic top specifically.
Well, yeah.
So the plastic
I mean,
top
the product rag top.
The plastic top, you would probably benefit from doing either a lighter coating because of that, or heck, just put the same coating that's going on the surface of the vehicle. So if it is just say Defender, just put Defender on the top. If it is getting the whole vehicle coated, just coat the new top. The product is new, and it will benefit from the UV protectants in the coating. However, I will say that it does have a tendency to if it is not actual clear coat on there, it will have a tendency to not bond as well, and so you'll have reduced lifespan of that coating. So one thing you can do is just put a 1 or 2 year coating on that and let the customer know, like, hey, you have a 5 year coating on the paint or a 3 year coating on the paint, but you have a 1 year coating because I want to see it again in a year, and I want to be able to recoat it just to stay on top of it.
Sure.
Because if you give them 3 years, there's a good possibility you're going to get some UV damage. Joey Belinsky saying, has Anthony healed his shoulder since watching that Jennifer Lawrence movie?
Oh, man.
It's feeling much better, honestly. It really is.
glad
So
you
I
didn't
think
pull
I'm ready to
anything.
watch the movie again. Am I right?
Oh, boy.
Dino saying, G Davis coming in hot as usual.
As usual.
Woo J saying, I love the minks for rinseless. When I pull those purple babies out, makes me feel like $1 million.
See, I'm not crazy. They just hate it when I have an opinion
well,
that differs from
rinseless. No, they
everybody
were
else's.
talking about waterless wash earlier, right?
rinseless is what they're
Rinseless.
designed
The
for.
minks are great.
Waterless,
for
they don't really
rinseless.
work
I was
on
talking about rinseless. Sorry,
Not
I
waterless.
misunderstood. Not waterless.
Dane, do you know
so
what the
much.
difference is between rinseless
Yes,
and waterless
I
washing?
do. Rinseless, you mix in water with it, with the solution. Waterless comes straight out of the bottle. Waterless is essentially glorified quick detailer, except the stuff in it actually has
just-
little greater ability to lubricate the surface than a standard quick
See,
detailer.
Dane, you are a detailer.
I
Daytona,
can handle this stuff. I just want to make sure everybody knows I'm not a moron here. I know what's going on, too. Thank
You're
you.
not just the guy in the middle. Daytona Wallace says, have you guys ever considered putting together a dilution ratio PDF or something like that would probably be a great resource since you guys get asked these questions every week. Yes, that is a great question. I don't know where that would live. Probably on our website.
Somewhere they probably.
But like the dilution.
But then we wouldn't have a show every week.
No, but it would also be on the you could put it on the FAQ page.
But there would have to be a way to where because it's not just dilution ratios. There's dilution ratios for the IK foamer. There's dilution ratios for the IK Foam Pro 12.
There's dilution ratios for
foam
cannon.
For
from
foam
product
cannons.
to product.
Then there's
as
dilution
well.
ratios from just literally everyday product mixing
It's a lot
and
of
diluting.
variables.
And I go, how do you organize that to where it's not a, just a jumbled amount of information?
Sometimes the bottles have directions that tell you exactly what to dilute it to.
But
Anyways.
as we found from commenters
Some people
before
can
who
read
paid
that.
super close attention to the
Yeah.
bottles, they'll find that the
not
instructions
saying you're
on-
not reading them, Daytona.
Right,
I'm
no.
saying that there are that's one of the reasons we haven't is there are like I had to help a guy in customer service today, one of our customer service guys, Aaron, because he had a question from a customer that was like, what do I do? And we went and looked at the bottle. And then we told the customer that, and he goes, well, no, I read the bottle. I'm just confused on the writing. So I went and looked at it and said, yes, I am also confused in the directions. So we worked out a method in our head, and then Aaron delivered the information the best way we could.
What I was going to articulate
So.
as well, though, is that you guys, in your own experience, having used many of these products, have opinions on some of the best dilutions that differ from what's on the bottle. In some cases, there have been instances where you're like, actually, I would do it like this, and it's not what it says on the bottle. So sometimes people kind of go, oh, I want to know what you would say.
Like Koch waterless.
I would
We
say there's
recommend at
definitely
least
some
a
instances
3-to-1,
where,
like 2-to-1, 1-to-1, 2-to-1, 3-to-1 dilution of the waterless, depending on how you're going to use it.
and I'm not just talking about dilution. I'm also talking about sometimes the wait time, sometimes other things like that. You guys differ from what a bottle may
Yeah,
say.
but sometimes I could see that.
Yeah.
So.
I'm just saying, I've seen the patterns.
John Gorecki, happy Friday Eve. Quick question
Yo, yo,
for you
yo.
before I get back on the road. When using PNS Defender, can I expect issues if the product dries in the towel, or when washed with R2R, all will be fine? So technically, washing it with R2R should be able to help remove a lot of that. However, it is bead maker on steroids in reality. So there is more SiO2 in that product. So you are going to have to deal with some form of sealant that is in the towel. So best recommendation would be to literally just get a bucket of water or a bucket of R2R and water and throw those in there when you're finished. That way you have them, and you can leave them until they smell if you want. But put those up on there. So.
Too true.
And on that note, before we continue to any further questions, we are at the halfway point. So we're going to go ahead and cut to a few messages from our sponsors, aka us. We're going to have some fun little ads there, but we'll come right back after these messages. See you in a minute.
Triple S Slip, Slide, and Shine, a collaboration between PNS and the Rap Institute. We start off with Slip, and that is all about getting the perfect prep for vehicles, whether it's commercial, color change, or PPF. High-quality microfiber towels for cleaning and buffing, ultra clay towel or scrubber. Spray first with Absolute Rinseless Wash as a general clean using the Blue Edgeless 365. Spray again with Absolute Rinseless Wash and use the ultra clay for a smooth finish. Wipe off all the residue. Now degrease the surface using the yellow Edgeless 365 towel. And with that, it's time to slip. Spray Triple S generously on the prep surface and evenly spread it around with the purple pearl towel. This step is about coating, not removing, so don't press too hard. And put extra focus by applying Triple S to the high peaks. The final prep step is to degrease just the edges and any deep recessed areas with a focused application of 70% isopropyl alcohol. And with that, now it's time to wrap and roll. Triple S helps lower the surface energy, which has multiple benefits. It makes it easier for aggressive wrapping films to slip across the surface. More importantly, it keeps the film from getting what is called sanding, as well as adhesive lines, by slipping across the body lines. With the material ready to squeegee, we are now ready to slide. Triple S can now be sprayed on the buffer of the squeegee, which allows installers to use less energy and wrap faster. Additionally, the unique blend of Triple S helps reduce scratches to almost zero, even on sensitive wrapping films like this black matte color change film. And with everything squeegeed scratch-free to the hood, standard finishing can be done. The final step is all about shine, and this is a win on many levels. Spray the finish section generously with Triple S and use 2 purple pearls, one to evenly spread Triple S, then the other to buff it for an optimal finish. The final result, whether it's matte, satin, or textured, is perfection. Triple S will last months on the final wrap, which means it'll help ensure quality that will last, a hydrophobic surface that is easy to clean and maintain, and note that Triple S, though it helps the material slip during the install, still results in a strong final bond so the material is durable. Triple S, Slip, Slide, and Shine by PNS and the Rap Institute. Your all-in-one wrap solution for commercial color change and PPF.
Hello, and welcome to the second half of Q&A Thursday, where you guys are very well behaved today, actually asking some good detailing questions. Really appreciate that. Obviously, we love the jokes, though, too. And this being the second half, we wouldn't put it past you. If you had a few to throw out there, you know these guys love it. And Kim even asked, so, we're good. But anyway, anything to throw in there before we get back to the questions?
Well, no, welcome to the second half. Welcome to the fun half.
Yeah.
Also, everybody that has put in super chats over the last 2 weeks, we are using that money, and we have confirmed it. We have spent $450 on ice cream for the team.
Yeah.
And not just this building, the
No.
entire Rag Company campus. We got our friends at Stella's Ice Cream coming down here on Monday at 3 o'clock to provide some iced cream
Novelties.
to all of the folks, the hardworking packers, warehouse staff, office staff, everybody gets ice cream on Monday. So super excited to have that. Thank you all. We couldn't have done that without you and your super chats, so we really, really do appreciate it. So keep the super chats flying so we can do more fun stuff.
We'll find more creative uses for it, don't worry.
And go ahead, Anthony.
Oh, sorry. Well, I was going to go off on another tangent.
Yeah, of course.
Some sort. What do you want to say?
I was just going to say that this is the last Q&A with you guys here, because you will be gone for 2 weeks in the UK. So 2 Thursdays.
Yeah.
You're going to be back. You'll be in Boise, but you're going to be sleeping.
Yeah, that's true.
So,
catching up on sleep.
Yeah, so you're going to leave on Wednesday. You're going to arrive back home on Wednesday. And so it is a 1 week quick trip up to foggy London town, and then our friends up in Coventry for Waxstock. So they can see you guys there. They can see Josh Petro and Jimmy Wilkie, JW Media, in the house.
We're trying to get Jimmy pumped to go over there.
Jimmy's so excited. He's like,
he hasn't left the country.
You guys know my favorite country is London. Is the United
my
Kingdom.
My favorite country is London.
Yeah, he says my favorite country.
That.
He goes, I exude that UK lifestyle. I'm all about that UK car scene.
He said drip specifically.
The drip. He said he's a
UK
huge
drip.
Superdry fan.
Yeah.
Loves that. And a London Fog fan, which I didn't even realize was a thing.
I will say.
But apparently he said he loves every type of clothing that London Fog makes. So
I could spin this.
I think they only make jackets.
Very, very big fan of going to a place that's an island where people drive on the right-hand side of their vehicles. It just doesn't happen to be the UK. So he's trying to work up to that. It's close enough. We could maybe fool him. We put him on a train and be like, "This is a bullet train."
He loves high-speed rail.
Well,
He's like high-speed rail all the way.
Yeah,
that's my thing. He goes, "I love the futuristic tech."
The Shinkansen
that is it's the
cobblestone roads,
state. It's the Queen's Highway or whatever they call the railway. He said that. I remember he said something like that.
I think the accents will throw him.
So anyway, what I was going to say on a different note, I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos lately. This has been like a fun thing for me. I don't know what's going on with this.
What are you watching?
So I stumbled across this mythical place, right? Located in Utah. I was telling Levi about this the other day. So I don't know what it is, but something in me has changed to where back in the day, I used to see people doing like those cosplay things, and I used to look at that and be like, "That's so weird. Like, why would anybody go to the trouble of creating this,
like a Ren fair or an EDM festival in the woods?"
Like literal like dressing up as an elf and being like, "I'm gonna go do this for like 3 or 4 days," right? No interest in that. I was like, whatever, right? Well, now it's become a little bit more mainstream. I started watching some videos, and I started getting lost in this place. There's a bunch of YouTube content.
Do you feel like you're not going to get picked on and called a nerd this time now?
I don't know. I don't know if it's just much more acceptable or
Honestly,
what it is.
It's fine. Just do you, guys.
There's this place in Utah called Evermore, right?
So you could wear your Archer costume that you had.
Yeah.
Your Green Arrow
But there's
costume.
this place called Evermore in Utah. It has me very intrigued. It's kind of like it was supposed to be like a mythical theme park is essentially what it was supposed to be. Like there was a lot of high hopes for this place, but then COVID hit, right? Like so it like things got like it was bad timing for that place. So they built like I think most of it. I can't remember how many millions of dollars is into it, but they pull like a bunch of people from like filmmakers, Disney, Imagineers and all this stuff to be able to create this place. So it's got like some very Disney theme-ish to it, but it's also kind of like something you would see out of maybe like a combination of like Harry Potter, maybe like a video game, and a bunch of other random things.
It's like a greatest hits.
Well, they got like
the
GTA
mills.
knockoff
they got, like,
version. The water mills. They have like the pubs and all that. And I'm like, man, that kind of looks like a good time, right? So all I could think about is, what if me, Levi, and Dane, right, went out there, and we dressed into our favorite characters of who we would want to be, right? And they give you quests there. Like you literally go there and the people stay in character, right? They don't they don't jump out of character.
Okay, so it is a Ren fair, just with a different, coat of paint.
And so you go there and they give you quests to go do, and I'm like, that could be so interesting with us three. Just our camaraderie and just us in general trying to accomplish something would probably be the most hilarious thing ever. So,
we're gonna rent an RV and drive down there.
So I don't know. So I don't know how. Because what would happen is we'd go down there and we'd walk through the theme park, and then like Dane's girlfriend Liz would just be working there.
Yeah, we're like,
that would probably happen. That is right up her alley.
Dane's like, what are you doing? She's like, I do this every weekend. Dane, I've been doing this for 5 years.
That's where you go.
That's where you've been going. I didn't know that. And she's like, yeah, I have a ton of fun. I'm actually one of the main bartenders here.
He's like, yeah, and he's like, I didn't even know you were gone.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't know you left the house.
So
there's only a very small window of time where
you're so quiet.
Like, yeah, I never had any interest in any of that kind of stuff because I remember there used to be LARPers at like one of my parks. Subdivision.
One of your parks that you
one of your many
live
parks
in?
that you own, Mr. Landlord.
Multiple lands that I've owned. There's this subdivision that has park that the subdivision I lived in that had this park that had a bunch of LARPers that would go out there and they would just like hit the crap out of each other. It was hilarious to watch, right?
Yeah.
But now I'm like, man, we could go to this fair, right, as characters of whatever we would want to be, right? Towelmongers, right?
Man.
People like, like
Get
saying
your
accents.
towels!
Yeah.
Get your towels!
Like, what are you guys doing? And we're like, we're towelmongers. Like, okay, from
Eagles for 30 pence.
from like which
I'm
clan,
gonna make
right?
an FTW tunic.
We would make our own clan, but I've been watching all these videos.
Forsooth, these towels will absorb everything.
Defender has a whole new purpose.
It's like us in front of like the little creek with like the watermelon. Behold, the water will disappear. We just like throw the towels in there.
Get a couple
it
towels
just
sewn
like
together.
soaks and just goes off in the stream. Crap. We just run off. But
Pocket
they're
dust.
doing like this thing. I was
Pocket
talking
sand.
to Glenn. I was like, hey, they're doing like this like spooky sleepover August 11th and 12th, right? What if we head out there as our TRC crew?
Man.
We get to stay the night, tell ghost stories, and we can be these towelmongers, right? It'd be crazy. I got shut down pretty fast by most of the entire TRC team, but just know that this place is on my list of something that we need to do on our next Utah adventure.
Even if we have to do it like on our own time, I would set aside some vacation time just to do that because I think it would be worth the stories
We wouldn't even need
and the
vacation time. It's a
adventures.
weekend.
I would do an extended weekend kind of thing. Yeah.
I have to see Dane in this scenario.
Yeah.
Like I have to, because I've been to multiple theme parks with Dane, and it's always a good time, but not one where people are in character,
Right,
And like,
being in character
and
is
like
a
could
whole
eventually
other-
offend them, right? So I just want to be there and say, Dane, you can't say that. Well, I'm just trying to ask for directions. You have to say it in the proper, thing.
Yeah,
How
that would be
are
kinda
the directions to the outhouse, right?
You're like, do the voice. Oh, I'm not going to do the voice. You do the voice. Anyway, these aren't detailing questions. You know what are? This.
That's
Look
not
at
a
that.
detailing question either.
Neither
It just
is
says crazy
that.
weather this past week here in Lower New York. 9
Of
inches
course
of
it
rain in an
populates
hour.
that.
My town was cut off for a full day. I'm so sorry, Glenn. That's lame. And then we
Thank you,
got
Glenn.
Darren saying, can I come back and watch it with you guys? I'll fill Levi's slot. You're more than welcome to, Darren. The boys will call you over. Jakeem saying... hey, TRC, I can't wait to use my FTWs on the Beach Jet 400 tomorrow.
Ooh.
Nice. Enjoy it, man.
Enjoy.
Superauto asking the pertinent questions. Levi, how's that new e-mower doing? And Dane, how's the new bike?
I was going to say, you got a new e-mower?
No, you got a new
was
e-mower,
gonna say,
and
I
Anthony
did.
got a new
Yeah.
got a new bike, and that's what he's joking about. It's
Oh, okay. I'm just making sure because, wow, just whoosh, right over the head.
So I'm loving the bike life still. Just want to throw that out there.
The bike lifestyle?
Yeah, I just threw on some mud guards, right? Just in case I hit any puddles.
right. Well, you don't want the snail trail up your back. I mean,
Well, I
the
don't-
skunk stripe.
Well, there's tons of people just running their freaking sprinklers this time of year. So there's all these little things of water that
Are you riding through their yards?
No, it lands
Dane
in the
has full fenders. That's
gutters,
why.
right?
He doesn't have to
So-
worry about it.
Wanted to make sure everything stays nice and clean, but other than that, though, the bike's coated. It's ready for a Black Diamond Trail. I don't know what I'm waiting on, other than just finding the time to be able to do it. But yeah, once I get my new front fork suspension on there, and get my new Maxxis Minion tires on there,
Don't want
right?
Minions are too big.
What?
They're
What?
Too much.
What do you mean it's too much?
I don't think they'll
Minions-
fit between those
No,
forks.
I want the
Minions-
Minion 2s.
No, minions are very aggressive tread pattern.
That's what
with a
this
very,
bike- it's an aggressive
very,
bike.
very high rolling resistance.
I was going to say the rolling resistance is also going to make it way
makes
more
it
of a pain to
way
pedal.
harder to pedal.
So when I'm climbing up those
So
hills,
what you want
and
is
hit
the
those
Minion.
jumps.
You want is the Maxxis Aggressor.
No, I don't want that. I don't.
That's the tire you want.
I just want the sticker on the side that says Maxxis in yellow.
Right.
I'm actually
So you
might
get the Maxxis Aggressor.
So he wants to
Maybe
pose.
I'll do
So
that.
for your GT
Listen,
Aggressor.
I'm not saying that I'm a mountain bike phony, but I'm just saying that I want the look without necessarily wanting to have to do the things that they're doing.
Right.
'Cause I've been watching all these crash compilations
Yeah.
over these.
You want it looking good.
Oh, that'll
that's
do
in
it.
the back of the Ram
These
1500.
Correct. But these other mountain bike riders, I'm watching these crash compilations, they are extremely hurt. Like they are, they are really,
Yeah.
I've broken.
It's not
I've
safe.
broken a leg and ankle.
That'll do it.
yeah,
that.
super unsafe to do that. So I'm thinking of just, my double Black Diamond Trail looks different than other people's.
Okay.
It's just a sidewalk.
In that it is not a Black Diamond
Yeah.
Trail.
Yeah.
He wants to use
But
words
Dane,
like
how's-
shred and gnar.
How's
Dane,
the
how is
how's
that
the mower?
life?
Oh, the mower's lovely. You were talking about the self-propulsion on yours. On this one, you have a little turtle and a
Are
little
you
rabbit
getting?
mode.
Are you getting dragged?
I get dragged by it. It's fast, dude.
I just couldn't
It's
figure.
so fast.
I just couldn't figure out why when I was at your house the other day why the mower has a vibrate function.
It is so
It
fast.
has a chair sitting on it, so for those that want to ride on.
I think Anthony accidentally saw the mower turned upside down. We need to turn it back over. And it's just, that's the way it should be. I don't know where you got that impression.
Ricardo B saying, what's up, DRC crew? Question, should I use body prep before applying quick body, or can I just apply quick body after a regular wash and dry? I would, if you want the quick body to stick a little better, I would hit it with body prep because it does have an application kind of, has some bonding agents that help it adhere longer, better, and last a lot longer because of that. So G. Davis says, Dane will transfer all that super chat money into an untraceable UK account to pay for his hot stone massages for he and Hans Klosen.
They do
Hans, you
offer
weren't
that
supposed
at
to
the
tell
show.
him
They
about
do
that.
actually at the hotel. They do have that at the DoubleTree.
That's right.
Coventry. Yeah.
They have
man.
a room for that in case
No,
you guys are
no.
interested.
No.
Wonder how much
that
we
could be terrible.
If you guys could sign up for that super chat to pay for that, Dane will get it done. I will
that's
make sure
not
it's
what that
booked.
money is.
Dane would
for.
try to save
Dane
money
and
and
Hans.
ask them if they could use the same stones on both of them.
That's a bridge too far.
Graham saying cases come in multiples of 8 cans. How many do you guys want? How many 8-packs do you guys want?
Just one.
Iron Brew
Yeah.
Just
Extra.
one is okay.
Iron Brew
That's-
Extra, just 1 8-pack. I'm happy with that. That would be amazing. Thank you.
Jimmy needs to find out what it tastes like. That's
Yeah.
the main thing.
Martin Rodriguez saying a $5 super chat.
Hey!
Saying
Wow.
I bought a creature $450. It's actually 420 GSM, I think. Towel. The edges got ragged. Then I trimmed them. Then I used as a second wipe lint left over sad face.
Ugh.
Do not ever try to cut your own towels or try to cut the edges. If you get something like that, Martin, always remember to reach out to customer service.
Yeah.
Let them know. Take pictures of the product. Let them know, and they will send you a replacement.
Yep.
So
And the
that way you're never stuck in that situation. I'm sorry that happened to you. Sometimes the problem arises is that the laser is off because those are a laser cut item. The laser is off in its timing, and sometimes on that bolt, they don't realize that maybe it's a quarter of a second behind or half a second behind. And what happens is it's either going or too fast, and it's not given enough time to properly cut it all the way, and so it leaves that ragged edge.
The main thing I was going to say in regards to the creature was for all of its perks, like I think it's a great towel for a lot of reasons, but when it comes to the edges, in its whole time, no matter how good the towel was, I've never seen it be like perfectly without like a thread like poking out just a little bit, like something like that. That's normal for those.
Yeah, there's a certain
degree
of-
to what is acceptable versus like
Key is
utter
always
perfection.
to wash
But
it
It
first.
won't hurt anything.
Yeah, but wash it first. That way, you get a lot of that out. Make sure you wash them, especially on some of those that are extra dangly. Make sure you wash them beforehand. Wash them separately. I know it uses a lot of water and electricity and all that, but it's the best way to save those. Anthony and I usually get some of those B grade, as we call them, towels that are returns or unfit for sale.
B grades.
And we'll take those and we'll use them, but we wash them and we do that best we can to make sure that they're still a usable towel. And 90% of the time they are.
Yeah.
So the key factor is do not cut those edges off. Let
That's
them
where you
wash off
open up the
themselves or come off in the washer or the dryer, and then you can use them.
And
So,
as one last
True.
general
Thank you for
rule
the
when it
super
comes
chat.
to yes, thank you. And one last thing when it comes to any of the edgeless towels like that, if you generally go with a shorter pile, the neater the edge looks.
Correct.
Usually speaking, like between the 300, 365, you're fine. But when you get up to that 420 GSM for the creature, that's where it does have a long enough pile that you'll see, some stray, thread sticking out that way. But it's not a problem. It's just the way the towel is. Just wanted to say that.
Super Auto with a $5
Oh!
super chat. Hashtag Slop Dog Nation.
You know it, man. We love
Very
him.
nice. Alex Dewar saying he got a new shaft. If I acquire a carbon shaft weed whacker, it was be hard to resist the daily trimmage.
It is.
Yeah.
Well, when you hold it and you get
Well,
kind
you
of
always want
excited.
to put it in your hand just about every day.
Yeah.
Sometimes before work, after work.
Well, I like just being able to balance it on my fingers, right? Just basically knowing that it is perfectly balanced as all things should be, right? And then I give that thing a rip, and then I start getting some getting some work done. It's crazy.
Doesn't
man.
matter
Sometimes
where
you're in
the
the
weeds are;
neighbor's
they're
yard.
getting whacked.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just go in the neighbor's yard to
Yeah.
whack some weeds or do some edging.
Yeah.
You know.
So I actually restrung my edger, right? And it was actually really
Tension
funny.
wasn't good enough before?
Because I had my extra string, my extra, whatever it is, line.
Yeah.
And I said, okay, this last line lasted me like 2 years. Right now I need to restring this.
Impressive.
So it was funny because I'm like, well, let me just figure out how to do this because I have this thing called power load, right? I can power load my edger, right?
Right. That's what most people think of when they are edging, is that they do have a power load ready to go.
What was funny is that my father-in-law was walking by up the driveway, and he saw me what I was doing.
Right.
And he goes, "Can I watch how this works?"
Yeah.
I said, "Yeah, if you want to."
Right.
And so I strung that through, right?
But did he ask you what you were doing? And you said, I'm in the middle of edging, but I'm building up a power load.
Yeah. So I started. So I was building up that power load. I pressed that button, right, and then it starts going.
So it's like tightening.
And it starts cranking and pulling in all of this extra string. And he goes,
strength.
I have never seen something like that before in my entire life. And he's like, and I've been edging for longer than you've been alive, right?
Mm-hmm. Wow.
And I said, I know, it's pretty wild. And he's like, you should show my daughter, right? You're my wife. And so I pulled her out there. He said, watch what I can do with this edger. She was impressed.
Yeah.
Needless to say, huge hit. Neighbors walked by and they go, "What is that thing?" I'm like, I'm power loading, right?
Yeah.
This edger.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Can you do
dude.
the sound again?
Unbelievable.
Yeah, it's like,
Okay. Yeah.
it's cool,
Impressive.
man.
David Cervantes wants to know, did you guys hear Honda is stopping production of their mowers?
Oh, my.
I didn't, but now I know that thing's worth some money.
You can I better restore mine. That's what it
right.
sounds like. Martin Rodriguez saying, why does OG look down on Adams? Again,
we already went through
answered
that.
one. G. Davis, I'd like to see Augie's repair and service the mower on his own, then take the used blade to stab a Grandmaster's voted on. I'm kidding.
Oh, my God.
I don't need to give that boy the fact that he doesn't really know that there's a blade under there right now is probably a good thing, because my guess he would look at it. So he already volunteered me. Like, my mom goes, like, she was babysitting him, and she goes, look at this, Augie. I want to cut this piece of metal, and I want to do this and make this 7 look like a number 1. And Augie goes, oh yeah, we can take care of that for you.
Yeah.
And my mom goes, Augie said you guys, when I went to pick him up, she's like, Augie said you could take care of this. And I said, what? Why is he offering metalworking skills?
He's like the
to you?
handyman sitting on his tailgate in the Home Depot
Like-
parking lot waiting for somebody to come by and ask a technical
It's like, Mom,
question.
he's
And
9
he goes,
years
yeah,
old.
Yeah, I can help with that.
And she's like, well, he said he could do it. And I go, we can, but, and she goes, what? He's grandson of your father and son of you. Like, you should be able to do this. And I go, I appreciate that vote of confidence, but why is my 9-year-old offering metalworking
Services.
skills and services?
If he's offering this to
Like-
you, what's he offering other people?
Right, exactly. So my guess is he'll take that blade off. He'll go, Dad, this is some good steel we could smith.
Yeah.
And I could turn this into a knife. And I go, and you could, but I don't want to do that.
But you will not.
I don't want to do that.
I
So
taught him to forge.
anyway, very nice. Martin Rodriguez saying, I love Adams. Maybe other companies have been more in the discussion than they are.
Oh.
You never know. Level Best. Hey, boys, what's the safest way to remove light ceramic coatings like PNS Defender prior to paint enhancement? Can or should I just use Uno Advanced over the top of it? You can. It's not on there, like, it's not fully bonded, but you are just, any type of friction is going to remove it. So, Super Auto with the best line ever, and a line I use day to day because I'm a huge Big Lebowski. It's literally my number 1 movie.
Go,
saying,
Bridgie, go.
yeah, well, that's just like your own opinion, man.
That's just like your opinion, man.
Harry Housewife. So I have a jar of honey each for you guys. Just checking so I don't bring too much or too
gosh.
little. Is that a honeycomb each? Yes, please.
Yes, honeycomb each.
There you
Dane
go.
will have to, and they will have to
2
make room
jars,
for it.
And then I can't wait for Dane to cover himself in that honey. I could throw a bunch of feathers on him.
I didn't ask for this. I didn't ask for this.
Then the issue shall remain nameless. I bought the Minx an Eagle 350 to try for water wash. The Minx feels like it has a lot of drag compared to the 350. Now I have a Minx and I don't know what to use it
So
for.
the Minx does have more drag than the 350. I recommend using the Minx wet. So what I would do is next time you're doing your wheel cleaning, throw the Minx inside your bucket for your wheel cleaning,
Yeah,
and
use it
use
that
that
way.
to clean your wheels. I promise you'll like the experience. It's
Or
like
oversaturate the Minx.
It's better when wet. basically.
Think of the Minx as sort of a sponge that's extremely malleable. That's a different way to look at it, but it does have that kind of behavior.
Yeah, it's really cool. Martin Rodriguez says, I love Adams. My garage is full of their products. Visit their Anaheim store religiously. My wife and pocketbook say maybe too much. Don't hear their name in these types of discussions. Thanks, RTG.
Oh, yeah, no. Adam Patali, when he sold Adams, and he's still on for videos and things like that, he moved to Boise, Idaho, which is where we're located.
He's right around here.
And so as a new
Boise
resident, he contacted us and said, hey, guys, I live here now. Can I come hang out? And we said, yeah, dude, come on over. So Adam comes over randomly to wash his truck.
Yeah.
A lot of it, I think, is Gabe calls him.
Yeah.
To be like, you should come hang out with me.
Lot.
Yeah.
And he goes, hey, Uncle Adam's stopping by. I'm like, Uncle Adam, that's crazy. And so then Sebastian loves Adam's products. I mean, he's got a bunch of souvenirs on his desk and stuff
His
like
wallpaper on his computer
is actually Uncle Adam. But
Yeah.
He loves
we've had him on the podcast.
Yeah.
He comes and just hangs out. We've gone to dinner with him multiple times. He's bought us breakfast or lunch multiple times. He got donuts and pizza and stuff for us. But it is once a month he's here.
Yeah.
For what it's worth, if I didn't go down the path I went down in the detailing world, right?
Yeah.
I could have very well seen myself as somebody, a different me, right? Maybe in a different multiverse, being a guy that's like, cool, I love all the Adams products. Maybe that's all I would have, right? But that's not how it went. But I could see it happening because I do love the sense of everything. I like the simplistic look of everything. And I do think that they make things relatively fun.
Anthony Fisher and the Multiverse of Madams.
Yes.
Actually, that's
David,
a very different story, I think.
David Cervantes says a Dino and an air mattress.
Oh. Okay. Yeah.
Christy Torres saying, in your opinion, are ceramic coatings really necessary for cars, or is a spray wax just as good? They can be both.
Depends on the use case and what the car's used for, how
So
often.
how you clean it, how you take care of it.
So necessary is different. So no ceramic coating is necessary. No paint protection is necessary. You should do it, but it's not necessary.
As I say, like watching your clear coat fade away.
A ceramic coating, it's going to obviously make things way easier to clean than a standard wax will, right? It's a completely different chemical composition. It's going to last longer. It's going to be more durable, more chemical resistant. It's going to have so many more benefits to it. I mean, along with its own unique look, right? Whereas some people could argue that a spray wax or a hand wax may have a better look. It might have more of a glow to it. It still has some good characteristics, but it's not going to be as durable or as strong. So none of that's really a necessity. You don't have to do any of those things, but it's highly recommended that there is some form of protection on that vehicle at all time to preserve that clear coat for as long as you can. It's because it's literally proven that protected clear coat, protected paint, protected trim, protected everything is going to last longer than being unprotected unless you put it in a bubble and don't touch it for 30, 40 years.
So once again, it's the use case, it's the owner, it's all the above.
Forced Induction Drive saying, hey guys, been super busy with the day, John Laytonly, and missing the live. Always enjoy the replays, though. Hope everyone is doing well.
Nice to have you, man.
brother.
Thank you,
Appreciate
buddy.
it. Joey Belinsky says, shout out to Fresh Balls.
Yeah.
Super Auto says, one of those inflatable car capsules should work great against hail. That is true. You could try one of those, Dino. Rocky
Probably
Iverson
pierce it.
says, Mike Phillips on the move again this year. He's been with 3D, Auto Forged, which is McKee's, and now in with Dr. Beasley's.
Oh, he made the move there.
Impressive.
Huh?
We didn't know that.
Good for
I did
Mike.
not
yeah,
know
we
that.
didn't know
I
that
thought
yet.
it was just at AutoForge, and that was the...
No, he already left that. I knew that.
Oh, wow. I
So,
didn't know that.
He left 3Ds, went to McKee's, and then left McKee's and is now at Dr. Beasley's.
Musical
The
chairs.
one who shall remain nameless, Fresh Balls, keeping my boys fresh right now. Super Auto saying it, say it tain't so.
Oh, boy.
Jeff C saying a shout out to Dane's Pants. Sam
shout out to them
Taylor
every day.
saying, what are your thoughts for a good 3-year coating? I've tried CSL, which is great. Just want your thoughts on CSL compared to Diamond Body 36 or any other you can think of. I'm mobile if that makes sense. So CSL is great. Diamond Body 36 is great. The differences between the two of them, CSL is going to have a lot of chemical resistance, but it is still going to be, it's a coating, but it's not as hard as a surface compared to Diamond Body 36. Diamond Body 36 is a little harder, but realistically, they're both very close. They're each chemically different. The other 3-year coating that you could throw into this mix is the PNS Inspiration coating. So any of those 3 would work great. I will say that Diamond Body 36 and CSL are much easier to install mobile than I feel Inspiration has done, but I also haven't installed Inspiration since they've done the refresh on Inspiration.
Yeah.
Which they've said multiple times, it's so much easier than it previously was.
I know. Inspiration, it's tough because it's like if I'm just playing around the house, my neighbor's cars, friends' cars, whatever it is, it's like, man, I can reach for a bottle of Sol, right? Literally do it blind. I could literally just, close my eyes and do that product, right? Or I could really buckle down and say, okay, I'm going to do Legend, right? And make it worth the time and effort and all of that. But it's Inspiration's just right in the middle where I go, I know it's a good product, right? But I asked them, hey, are you cool with a 1 to 2 year coating or do you want a 7-year? It's very tough to get them in that 3-year coating now that you're able to buy both here at the rag company, right? Yeah. There's very few coatings out there like Legend where you're getting basically 7 years out of there that is retail ready.
Right.
That stuff is hardcore. Yeah. Your Civic looked amazing with the Inspiration.
But that's another point.
The red on your Civic looked insane the first time you put Inspiration on.
My car, probably the best, some of the best it ever looked was when I had Inspiration on there the very first time I did it. I did CSL and EXO, which also looked really good, but Inspiration had this crazy glow.
It's like somebody turned the Instagram saturation filter up.
No, because I remember back in the day, I had to literally deduct the saturation in my photos.
Because it looked fake.
It looked right.
But that's really how it looked.
But yeah, that was Inspiration. I did screw up that coating the first time I did it, though. And I had high spots all over it. But that was, again, back in the day.
But then you lived in
Chad saying, love the new layout, fellas. Always taking it to the next level. And then Tom Chicago saying, Chad. Any chance you guys are getting any baseball hats with a curved brim? I love the good curve of a hat. I have mine curved. Is that the curve you're talking about?
That's not what he's talking about. I love more like the hat that Gabe often wears out there.
No, we do. We have the Deltas are curved.
Yeah, I feel like we've had those for a good while. They're curved.
We need to do a refresh on the hats.
Are they out of stock?
It's on our. Well, Dane, there's a lot of different hats that we have that we don't always have sizes of the ones that people want.
That could be
some of the curved brim hats that we do have are sized, so they are not a snapback.
Yeah,
one
the
size
snapback
fits all.
offers
They're a small or a medium or a large, large or a large extra large. So Tom's probably missing out on the size at the moment. So we have the black Delta, and we have the gray blue striped.
That's the one I'm thinking
of. Is that so? We'll figure it out, Tom, and see what we can come up with.
Yeah, give us a shot.
Rocky Iverson saying chassis Ice Max.
Let's find out what page we're on here. Ooh, too far. Let's make
sure.
Yes,
that's right.
Okay, so it is page 3. Yes.
Rocky Iverson saying that forced induction drive Viper fan powered fan boat for that deep south adventure. Oh yes.
Yep.
G. Davis, Dane will also use his time in England to pitch his saltwater bidet project to the folks at the Triumph Motorcycles.
That sounds like it's going to burn.
Ron Ayotte saying hello to everyone on vacation next week. And then Rocky Iverson saying Dane just had his meeting with Harley last week. That's why we had helped the fulfillment team. He felt guilty. David says there is a PNS photo floating around that I will post to the group for dilution. And then Brett G saying, what kind of coating would you use, if any, for a Landau vinyl top on a 70s Lincoln? Thinking of UV protection and easier cleaning. So on a vinyl top, that's where Ragtop comes in. They make great products for that kind of stuff. Check it out, Brett. And then Aaron G saying, I remember you guys spoke once about a certain drying towel that Beadmaker seals up worse than others. Do you remember which one it was? Yeah, Twist Loops.
Yeah, like Liquidator.
Those
types of towels.
Twist and Shout, Twistress, all of them. Yeah. David Boyce saying I use a DRC app, the dilution ratio calculator. It's pretty neat. There you go. Nice. That's a good one too. And then G. Davis, I am listening to this week's podcast, and I am pretty sure Dane packed my order. My Absolute had the slight scent of Baconator, and there were Polaroids of Alex Dewar wearing just a hockey goalie mask. Crazy.
So take it at Dane's house. That's crazy.
Is that the next to the massage chair?
Only the faintest hint of Baconator.
Ron Ayotte dying laughing.
They're freaking out.
Oh, man.
That's so funny.
Jimmy
dude.
Moto saying late to the party, but hello. What's up, Jimmy? David Cervantes saying, I just decided to leave the jokes to G. Davis. It would be nice, however, to see a Seabass cameo once in a while.
We
We'll
like him
make
when
sure
he
we
walks
post
in
it.
the back and he carries the subscribe, big poster.
Yep.
Walks by, carries that. Which, by the way, if you haven't done that, what are you doing? Come on, click like on this video,
Yeah.
subscribe. Thank you.
Further
Good
details
shooting.
saying, do you recommend applying Diamond Quick Body with an applicator like OptiSeal? Also, Diamond Quick Body versus PNS Defender, which are you grabbing for clients that don't want a coating? Both, realistically. So Diamond Quick Body and PNS are pretty equal in terms of longevity. I will say the thing that I think I love the most about Defender is how easy it is to use. Quick Body gives you a little more, it's kind of like CTV3 where it gives you, you got to work for it a little bit. But PNS Defender is literally, I feel like I'm spraying paint gloss on the surface. I mean, it's just like so simple and smooth and easy to do. So that's, in terms of speed, I'm going to go for Defender because you can put it on glass, you can put it on trim, you can put it on rubber, all that stuff. You cannot put Diamond Quick Body on windshields and glass. It doesn't work the same way. So don't do that. Jimmy Moto, that's an awesome way to put that super chat money to use. You're welcome. That's what we've always done. That's how we pay for our Dane Eats and our Slop Dog Fridays and things like that, as we use the super chat money. So thank you guys for donating it. G. Davis says, I'll be honest, I often get Grant Hawtree and Graham Marshall confused, sort of like when I thought Luke Berge was Joe Wetzel.
Those two are quite different. I'm just going to say. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no.
And then G.
I don't care
Davis
which
saying,
one you want to come out here and defend yourself, but you might want
David
to.
Cervantes says, all jokes are welcome, my friend. Jeez.
Just going to leave that one in the ether.
Luke Berge is taller than Joe Wetzel. Everybody knows that.
Everybody knows
Everybody
that.
knows that.
Yeah.
Ron Aote with a $10 super chat coming off the heels.
Yeah.
With $10. Thank you, Ron. We appreciate that.
Thanks, Ron.
So I guess to everybody else they may not find that funny, but just because we know everybody. I mean, other than Grant Hawtree is the only person we haven't met, but just the fact that Luke Berge and Joe Wetzel are not the same person at all. Woo Jay.
Nobody's making that mistake.
Woo Jay. So it says, so I use CarPro D-scale and lift as many and lift as my decon and maintenance washes. I'm trying not to buy from so many different places. Okay.
Narrow things down.
Nice. Jimmy Moto got promoted to the head of an OEM PPF program. TRC Towels will now be ensuring the quality installation on all of the vehicles my team
very
does.
nice.
Congrats, Jimmy. Good job, man.
Awesome,
Kicking
dude.
butt, Jimmy. Great work. All right. I've got page 2, I believe. Let's go.
Umberto. Yes, that place in Utah. First time I went with a friend remanded me of medieval times.
Did you actually go,
Sounds
Humberto?
like Umberto did.
I feel
Did
like
you
Umberto might
actually-
actually have gone.
Be honest with me. I'm very interested.
He wants to know.
Super Auto 2K saying, will you guys be meeting with John from Forensic Detailing Channel while across the pond? No, we did reach out to him. He is out of town.
Unfortunately.
The first part of the week that they're going, so the Thursday, Friday, Saturday, he doesn't get home till Sunday night. And he did invite us to Chichester and invite the boys down there, but they have other things to do that Monday, Tuesday.
Our schedule's flipped in
And then
terms
they
of
fly out on
availability.
Wednesday. So
we'd
kind of a
love to
bummer.
again, though, because, it was cool to have him there the first time on our show.
Forced Induction Drive cosplay is safe now that Triumph the Insult Dog isn't around. That's true. Woo Jay saying, do you guys have an alternative to those two products? One is an alkaline and the other is an acid shampoo. So we don't have any type of acid shampoo.
Well, we have citrus foam, which I don't know what the pH is of it, but it's a cleaning foam.
It is a cleaning foam. And then we do have the G-Technic water spot remover, which is great. Yeah. So you can use that for that. And there you go. Yeah. And then Umberto answering the question for Super Auto. That if John is even going to be there. He's not. He's going on vacation that first week.
When we are
now, Eric and Jason Otterness, Eric Joseph and Jason Otterness are going to be stopping at his house on Tuesday to visit, spend some time with John. And he did invite him for that as well, the guys, to say, hey, come on down. But the boys are going to be spending Tuesday with Jack from Stjarnaglas.
Yeah.
So.
We would have loved to have gone otherwise, but we already had a plan in place.
Yep.
So,
Derek Owen saying, what windshield coating do you guys recommend primarily for bugs and bird poop? I live in SoCal, so rain hydrophobic's not the priority. Bugs and droppings don't wipe off well with my wipers and fluid. That's the one thing I really love about Diamond Glass.
Mm-hmm.
Stuff doesn't stick to it. So when you do use your wiper blades, it just washes it clean. It's crazy. And it's like, wow, this worked out really well. You go through a ton of fluid, but it cleans it extremely well. So, David Cervantes, is there an Eagle blanket? Or there is an Eagle blanket. So why not an FTW tunic? Or maybe an FTW blanket?
Ooh.
I would gladly sell my truck for one.
That would be a
tunic would be
pricey
nice.
towel, I gotta say, because
Yeah.
the FTW style is
It would just, I don't
a
think it'd be
pricier
comfortable.
design.
I think
than
like
others.
It'd be hot.
It would
like,
be very hot.
the
So
Eagle
hot.
towel.
I just wanted the density for the sake of
So
protection.
we played with the Eagle blanket
from fake
and we
spears.
put it on ourselves, and it's crazy the thermal capabilities of that
How
that
it's
fabric
insane.
on top of your body and how hot you get.
kind of
It's
insane.
insane.
I've got a couple of those Pendleton
Yeah.
blankets at home. Nowhere near
No.
Like for like a
thermal
test,
conductivity.
put your hand
conductivity.
on a flat surface and then put an Eagle Edgeless 500 over the top and just let it sit there for like 5 minutes, right? You're going to notice your hand is going to start like sweating, right? It's going to be hot. It's like that, but over your whole body.
You
Yeah.
cover me
It's
in those,
crazy.
watch a man have heat stroke. I don't want that.
Yeah. Alex says, shout out to Liz for having sustainable Utah employment.
Booyah.
G. Davis says, I'd like to see Anthony dressed as a proper English vicar lecturing
like a
local
priest.
youth about the dangers of scurry and hoarding Honda parts. Scurvy.
Now,
Oh my God, that's funny.
Alex says Anthony Fisher's Black Diamond Treasure Trail Cycling Emporium.
Dang, that's a store.
And then Super Auto has a great point. Check out I love Specialized tires. The sale on tires Specialized has going on right now. Check them out. That's what I put on my salsa.
What do you have on there? Specialized something?
Don't remember. It's off my head. One of my favorites was the Fast Track. I love that tire. I think it's got a very low rolling resistance, very quick tire. Dane, I think if you put those on your
On the
e-bikes,
e-bike, yeah.
you would be like, holy crap, these bikes are way faster now.
See,
and
I'm
you'd
into
notice
that.
that the rolling resistance would be much less.
Because that bike is great, but it's only got front suspension, so the rear, it's not like I'm taking it off-road. I might as well go with more road-oriented
on the green,
tire.
but on the green, there
That's
are
what I'm
still an
saying,
off-road
yeah.
tire, but the green belt, you'd be amazed because of the way Specialized really puts a lot of time and effort into their rubber, and there's a huge amount of what's the word? Like they go through so much
They
testing.
do a lot of R&D.
And a lot of R&D on their tires, and specifically the rubber composition, the durometer usage, and then the other thing they do a lot, they pour a lot of money into in development, not just their bikes, but into their body geometry products.
Wow.
So grips, handlebars, and seats.
Oh, ergonomics and
the
such.
ergonomics of all those are really, really probably top tier when it comes in terms of bicycle
Reduced
usage.
rolling resistance is appealing, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Nice.
but yeah, that's a great price. That's when I bought my tires for my bike, was because they were having a sale, and I was like, holy cow, I can get these $90 tires for $30.
Heck yeah.
So-
Good deal. Yeah.
Joey
right.
says, put the Mucho Macho tires on the bike, maybe some Ling Longs.
Yeah, mucho macho.
Super Auto says a half helmet or a full face helmet for the new Aggressor Pro. A half helmet. You don't need that much.
No, I mean, I'm going to probably go full face for just
Yeah.
protection. You never know, right?
It looks like he's going to the BMX park.
And Subrato says Dane rides a Viper chair behind the new self-propelled e-mower.
He just sits on it.
That sounds kind of awesome, honestly. Yeah. No, I need to do that. I don't think my
Could
lawn
make a
would be very
video with
friendly
it.
for
Borrow
it.
one of our Viper chairs and do that.
True.
Spencer says Anthony just pulled the Alfa Romeo Giulia Quattro Folio.
Julian
And-
Quadrifolio.
Curious if I should spray the whole car down with W9 then wash with CarPro D-Scale.
Yeah, so you could do that. Yeah, I mean, you're again, right? You're gonna just want to remove the mineral content, mineral deposits from everything, whether it's like MDR or W9. But yeah, you do want to rinse everything after you're done with W9. I highly recommend rinsing with just either water or just rewashing it. But yeah, you're just gonna go through, spray it on, apply it. You could apply it with like an applicator pad. If you wanted to spray it and wipe it off with a towel, you could do that as well. Yeah, you just need to get the product onto the surface, and you'll notice a significant difference. When you hit that area with W9, if that spot is 100% horrible, it'll be like 60% okay, right? Like you'll I don't know, it'll improve it by 40%. And then when you go to polish it, it should be able to remove hopefully the rest if they're that baked in. But
Okay.
Try W9 first. G Davis says Hans Massage Stone is sponsored by the Swirl Police and Luke Berge.
Podiatry services.
Super Auto saying all the airboat and Dane paragliding talk. Just get Dane a paramotoring setup.
Ooh.
Then after Slopdog Fest, the poop will most def hit the fan.
Dane, do you have any interest in paramotoring?
That sounds like a great way to go on the last journey I'll ever go on.
Like,
because I'll probably inevitably crash into the center barrier on a freeway by accident or something.
Dane's hardest part is getting enough speed running with the thing on his back to like get it to go.
Have you seen me?
Dane, faster! I am going as fast as I can.
You're gonna need a bigger chute.
Yeah.
Hans saying, G Davis, speaking of the Swirl Police, I've sent your mugshot ahead, so they are on high alert. G Davis says, Hans close, and I hope to meet them.
Oh, dear.
And you in person for 2024. And then Alex saying, always loving the hot edging talk.
Man. So
Super Auto
much.
with the big edging energy. And then he shall remain nameless says, B grade towels might be good for
That's
cleaning
true.
up the
Oh,
shaft
boy.
after power
Okay.
load.
Yeah.
Here
is the way
comes
to
this
things
is the
down.
second half.
Kevin Monzone, hey guys, do you have a preferred APC? Main reason and
Sorry,
thanks.
Kevin.
Thank you for a real
We all
question.
really like Forced for this. It works great. It's dilutable. The other one is Multi-Star is nice, and Green Star is also very good, diluted. Super Auto, Dane, what product in TRC towels would be the best to remove honey and feathers?
Ooh, you know, that is a challenging one, because the worst thing that you could do is use towels that wind up sticking to the honey, and then you just have
So
feathers.
that's when you want a
and
low
microfiber
nap. You want a
towels.
low nap, something like the Pearl or the Diamond Glass.
Yeah, and
We'll spray Dane down with some Polestar.
Yep.
365.
Levi Anthony, what would you normally use to get rid of really sticky honey type
Lacquer
substances?
thinner.
Lacquer thinner.
Don't worry,
Is that
it'll
going to
cool
be
you off.
okay on
Yeah,
the
fine for
skin?
your,
You know,
totally
bare
fine for your skin. It might get you cold,
I'm gonna
but
get
you
the
might
chills.
enjoy that.
Okay. Is it going to have any long-term effects, like, say, eat my bones?
no.
You also take that lacquer and give yourself a quick little swipe.
Yeah.
I was going to say, I know
It's
hydrofluoric
a
acid
cancer
will,
causer, but it'd be fine.
Okay,
It'll be
okay,
fine.
minimal.
Demo
Just a-
saying everything is better when wet.
touch
It
of
is
cancer.
confirmed. And then we do have Mark Stone says, hats off to Augie for wanting to do something constructive. As a father of a grown-up children, I would say that is a good sign for your parenting.
It was nice to hear. I just
Yeah.
was very caught off guard when my mom was like, Augie already volunteered and said you'd do it. And I was like,
Metalwork
what?
services.
Because you're imagining all the scenarios that could
But he
happen.
literally looked at it and goes, oh, yeah, we can do that. He literally said that. Oh, yeah, we can do
Every
that.
time you do an impression of him, I just get the sense that he is like this worldly, super kind of cocky kind of guy when it comes to all these things.
Sometimes until he's like making weird noises and stuff with his mouth for
no.
fun. He does his own
He-
sound
he-
effects. And
barked
He's
at
very
me.
he's very self-assured.
And he hissed at me the other day.
hissed at you.
yeah,
well,
well,
it was like
Anthony
a-
was
like
over
a
at the
cat.
house. He goes,
It was like a cat frog. It was like he hissed and then he ribbited at me
and he hopped.
and he hopped away.
He
That's
goes, "Hey,
a lot
Augie,
of
what's
things
up?"
going on at
Yeah.
once.
Yeah.
Joey Belinsky says, now I have an image of Dane dressed as Winnie the Pooh with his hand in the honey pot. Thanks for that. So I had a friend. I had no.
What pot are you reaching into? The way you said that, your hand was like this.
I did have a friend back in the day who was a bartender at Mulligan's.
Put your hand like this.
He was
front of you
he
like
was a
that.
bartender at Mulligan's.
Oh, man.
And he did have a very Rubenesque physique.
That's a really kind.
And he had a full-size adult Pooh Bear costume.
Yeah.
With
no.
just the cutout for his face.
Yeah.
Which
And
looks
he would
horrifying.
He would
I'm
wear
sure.
that
Oh,
on
no.
random evenings
Oh, so like not
at
for any
Mulligan's
particular
while he was
occasion.
bartending at Mulligan's.
Did he
So
get
he'd
more
be-
tips that way?
Oh yeah, he was dressed. He'd
okay.
get people taking pictures with him. They had people, but he'd stand there as
my.
Pooh, and then sometimes he'd play in pool tournaments in that costume.
It's now a poo tournament.
And he'd be standing there smoking a cigarette in his poo costume.
Yeah.
Hanging out. Like,
Oh, Christopher. Right?
what he would do.
Why?
His name is.
Why do I need to see
his name was
Dane
John.
dressed as Winnie the Pooh for this Halloween? I
man.
need to see that and have his hand in a pot of honey
Yeah.
called Christopher.
Alex
Just remember
Dwar.
that story's in the public domain now. So.
Alex Dwar say, "Oh man, Dane covered in honey and feathers. That's content exclusive for the Great Dane Twitch stream."
That's Great Dane Twitch stream after hours.
You gotta pay more for that.
That's extra.
and then why do I feel this time Darren saying this time next week there's going to be a photo of Dane covered in a honey and feather combo, Anthony in the background watching Naked Attraction, and me just sat in the corner rocking.
Yeah.
Darren, don't will this into
knows?
existence.
Dane covered in honey.
Okay, there's enough of these comments. My
Barkenfer
God.
2018 backroom after hours.
Oh no. No, this is where's page 1? My gosh.
So I will say, G. Davis, the other night I picked up some ice cream, the Cold Stone, right next door to the Barkenfer, and I saw Barkenfer and I started laughing. That's all. I just started laughing. Anyway, G. Davis saying Alex Dwar was once the backseat air freshener spokesman for Adams.
Oh my.
Oh, I'm getting lightheaded. Guy, Gary from Long Island. Hey guys, tried the elephant lever preserver on a BMW and it didn't seem to do much. What else could I do to soften the leather? You literally let it sit. So I don't know if you let it sit overnight.
That's
if you put on enough.
Don't just wipe it off the second.
You do
put it
have to
on.
massage the leather a little bit too, so it is
okay.
where it works because you want to be able to get
do
it
a
in.
little, do a little bit topotement, right? Take your
little
hands like that.
shiatsu, mix in some hot stones.
You can just get your
confuse
thumbs
the
in there,
muscle,
start
yeah.
working it in. Remember, that was somebody's skin once, or something's skin once.
If it was somebody's skin once, you need to call them.
Yeah, well, and you know what? That's something's skin once, right? Probably never got a massage in its life. So you know what? Time to actually give back a little, right? Do it for them.
And we are officially in the weird.
Exactly.
part of
All
the
right,
show.
we got
I
20
love it.
minutes. Here we go. Time to kick it up a notch. I would love to see the Father's Day design repurposed into a hat. That's my favorite design ever from David Cervantes. Thank you, man. Super Auto says snapbacks don't fit us melon heads. Not a problem, man. We'll figure
okay.
something out. Harry Housewife, don't forget, if a snapback can sneak its way into my bag for my noggin for wax stock, I'll be forever grateful, and I can retire my Stjarnagloss one that's been worn almost every day since the last
man.
wax stock
Those
that
are
I
great hats, though.
smuggled in for Darren last year.
Dane will
Tom
be
Chicago saying, I looked on the site and it appears there are only flat brim hats. No biggie. Thanks again. You're right. We'll figure it out, Tom. Joey
take a
Belinsky, a baseball and a rubber band will take care of that.
Yep.
That's right. That's how you do it. Glenn Dennis got a new job selling Toyotas. Will supplement the detailing for now. Looking to open a shop by next year. Congratulations, Glenn.
Nice, Glenn.
Good luck with the new job.
Yeah, man.
Let us know
David
if they get any sweet new
Cervantes.
lease deals.
Where is Joe? I haven't seen many of his comments lately. He got. We're talking about Joe Wetzel. He is currently engaged.
Right.
Congratulations to him.
Yes, congrats.
Glenn Dennis saying $10 from Glenn Dennis Super Chat. Thank you for all the great content, guys. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Glenn.
And then
you.
Graham saying, I have to agree with G. Davis. Sometimes I hear my name, but I see Grant Hawtrey on the screen. Super Auto. So you're going to coat the paramotor propeller with diamond glass? Yes, we will. And then Super Auto says butcher front and purgatory rear is what I'm looking at getting for my new aggressor. I think I have purgatories on my bike. Or
I'm just
butchers.
imagining
Wait,
someone who
Subaru-
doesn't know what
wait,
any of
Subaru-
these
I don't
words
remember.
mean.
We're talking
so
about
it
the
was-
specialized tires.
I know,
not
but
specialized.
Subaru. So he had his aggressive pro for his wife. Was this the? Was this?
Yeah,
He had one
yeah.
for his wife, and he had something for
Yeah,
him.
he got one as well for himself.
He did get one for his
Yeah,
well.
he was the one that got it on a better deal than you got.
Wow.
What?
He said they went on sale again the day after you had bought yours,
Yes, I
and
saw a
it
message
went down
from him.
cheaper.
Oh my
And that's what I
gosh.
told you. You need to call them because I think they lowered the
I got
price.
my bikes for like $260 a piece.
So anyway,
because of that
I
scratch.
think I have. I can't remember. I think I have butchers on mine. Maybe purgatories. I'll have to look. I'll post
I
a
don't even know
picture.
what that
Characters
means.
from
I'll
the
post,
boys.
I'll post a picture tonight. Eric Tomelson, did you guys use any detail chemicals in the house? I use Beadmaker on my shower doors, and I'm wondering if there's anything else to use now. O&R or Absolute works great for just an all-purpose cleanup around everything. You can use it on your stainless steel. You can use it on your countertops, all that stuff. Okay. Next one. That's Eric's question. That's what I said.
Yep.
Answer that. David Cervantes heading out a little early to wash the truck. Thanks for the great live. Have a great trip. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
G. Davis, thanks again to Dane for addressing my son's summer finance camp again today. The boys enjoyed his quiz on the interior options of the 74 Peugeot wagon and also his tips on coordination. Han says, how can I sign up for the monthly TRC sticker membership?
What if we created a sticker
Funny
of the
idea.
month club?
Yeah, funny idea.
A fun way
Hans.
for Nate
Good
to
idea.
get some.
Alvin, can I apply
designs out
sealant
there.
like a Fuso coat on top of AutoGlean Super Resin? I've never used either of those, so good luck.
I don't know.
Yes, yeah, you
Trying
could.
to catch my
I
breath.
think you could.
Okay.
If I wash my double twister scissors and R2R after drying with bead maker, do I need to worry about them getting sealed up? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Or no, if you wash it after, no, then you should be fine. Yeah.
yeah.
Don't let it dry out, man. If you let it dry out, then yeah, you're probably screwed.
Yeah,
That's when
Gary,
it
you
happens.
probably needed to massage it a little bit. I like to run my hands in there. Because he says
Yeah, no, Gary, again, a little bit of deportment, right? Get in there, give back a little bit. You know
If
what
you
I
watch
mean?
the video where I put it on, I literally say, we're going to work this in here. And I literally pretended like I was a cat making some biscuits.
Use your
that's
thumbs,
pretty much
right? You
it.
roll your knuckles into it a
Yep.
little bit, right?
Yep.
And usually want to keep going until
Yeah,
they
the other
like,
thing is
they,
maybe
there's
get a
sigh of
massage,
relief.
get an actual massager, a personal massager.
Yeah.
Rub those on the seats there.
Slap
get
that
them to-
upholstery.
Or you could
Slap,
hire,
slap,
or you
slap.
could hire a masseuse to
Yeah.
come out and massage your seats
Yeah.
for you.
Wow.
And then Gary saying, I'll have Dane do that massage since he's the expert. Darren
got
said,
you
so I've been on the phone to my old man, 5-gallon drum of honey.
Oh my god!
Whoa.
Sorted, and I'm off tomorrow to harvest some birds for feathers. Thank you, Darren. Ron says, soak it in R2R for at least 24 hours, then wash it with R2R. That's right.
Yep.
And then Gary says, I want this leather to be massage chair soft.
Well, that's a
You
high
gotta,
bar,
you're going
I
to need to
must say.
massage it.
Yeah.
Then Luke saying, I know it's the end, but I still wanted to say hi.
Hi,
Hey,
Luke.
Luke, we're happy to see
Welcome
you.
Man,
back,
if
brother.
you saw the jokes earlier.
And Darren saying, much love, guys. I will see 2/3 of you next week.
Hey.
Everyone listening, show these guys some love. Hit that like and subscribe and enjoy the rest of the week. Thank you. Hans saying,
Thank you,
yelling,
sir.
Luke Berge.
Yeah,
And then
people
Darren,
yellers.
Alvin, yes, you could. Although having an all-in-one under Fuso reduces durability, but not the end of the world. Definitely doable. Eric saying, I love this show. All the locker room talk and information is a great combo. Also, I ordered all 3 colors of the FTW to use on Windows. Waterless washing counters. Thanks, guys. Thank you, Eric.
You're gonna
Thank
love
you
it.
guys all for tuning in. Dane, take us home.
All right. Well, everybody who's been watching, thank you so much for making this the wonderful show that it is. It's not possible unless you're there to ask the questions. So please share this with a friend. Share this with somebody who's interested but maybe hasn't quite had the chance to dive into the world of detailing yet. We can ease them in, give them some pointers, things like that. And they might laugh too along the way. I mean, you saw what it's like today. So anyway, guys, take care. Have a wonderful weekend. And we'll catch up with you on the main show for the TRC podcast right before we go next week. So after that, you get this guy for a few days. So enjoy that too. All right. Make sure you hit like on the way out, and we'll see you later.
There we
Adios.
go. Hey,